Wow, news stripped down where I normally dig through the news and weed out all the nonsense so you guys don't have to, but you know what? I need a break from news, you guys. There's stuff I'll talk about. Here, let's go through my news feed and see what's all happening. Canada won't leverage energy and critical materials. Yeah. And then yeah, Wob Canoe in Manitoba is talking about um re removing another tax as well on fuel. I think gas right now in Manitoba is sitting around $1.88 per liter, which is funny because down in the States, what are they're complaining it's like $3.66 or something like that, I think is what the average is across the United States. Is my mic working, anyone? And then I got locked out of the house today. I had to wait for the landlord to show up with keys. It was all good. I had cigarettes, and the only thing I needed is a phone charger. Would have been nice. Could have done something. Where could gas prices go by Memorial Day? What is it, dollar? We have is that crude oil? $1.03. Oh shit. $1.03.30 per barrel right now. And that's just basic crude oil. That's not like Brent oil. That's just basic crude. South Korea debates what to call North Korea. Crop undercounts rates questioned about reliability of the USDA data. Yeah, farmers are getting kicked in the ass in the States right now, just absolutely getting swamped. Yeah, there's a lot of debate right now. Like a lot of farmers right now are saying that they're gonna cut, they're not gonna put in crops at all this year. I don't know if that's like some scare tactic to actually get things actually going on right now. Like, because yeah, they can't get their grains out to market. Soybean farmers are getting devastated, and corn farmers are trying to get their stuff out to market as well. Mexico seems to be like the one of the leading contributors to this. Not just China. China's getting blamed for a lot of this, but Mexico is a major contributor when it comes to grain exports of the U.S. Bond ratings agencies respond to provincial budgets. Yeah, I know that's going to be a big thing coming up right now. Provincial budgets are coming up. A lot of finger pointing is going to get pointed. That's just how it goes. Some mining companies, Blackstone and KKR via the Shell stake in LNG Canada. Ooh, so this is maybe what Shell is doing right now. Hold on a second while I read this. The sources saying, yeah, but what are they bidding into? Who's bidding what? Apollo, Blackstone, and KKR are financial bidders, sources say, on this Canadian liquid natural gas, possibly pipeline. Yeah, so they're investing into Shell right now, which is pretty. If you don't know BlackRock and some of these, BlackRock pretty much owns everything, and they also own your school photos as well too, which is pretty crazy. Hey, Twofer. Hold on a second. I forgot to do this. Now, do that. And I can do stuff like this. So yeah, obviously something big's happening with that pipeline in Canada here with Shell Fuel. It's because BlackRock and what is it, KKR and and Apollo are both investing into this Canadian management from auction process. Okay, so it's kind of an auctioning. They're auctioning bids right now. And those are the three main investors right now that are in the top of the bidding. So BlackRock, Apollo, KKR are looking into selling or investing in this Shell pipeline. But that's the thing, it's not specifying if it's actually a pipeline though. It's just acquiring to sign stakes in this mammoth LNG project. Doesn't say what though. That could also be, they were talking about building a refinery as well. Not a refinery, a shipping depot in BC for liquid natural gas. And was it just a couple months ago, I think just after January, Shell Fuel and an Australian liquid natural gas company did a tanker shipment to BC from Australia right before, yeah, this Iran thing happened, and Shell Fuel was investing quite a bit of money into that. And it wasn't just the fact that Shell Fuels was bringing liquid natural gas from Australia to here. It was to prove a point that they could do it feasibly. And it kind of got overlooked quite a bit, but now that BlackRock and Apollo and KKR are looking into this, that's pretty big. So that shows that we're actually making some type of progress here. So that's good for that. You know, we got to stop spatting over these pipeline bullshit across Canada. Just fucking do it already. Like everyone's like, "Whoa, we could make, how much more money we could make?" But it's not just about making money. It's the global market too that's gonna affect what we produce too. Like the UAE, Dubai. Let's just call it Dubai instead of UAE. It just makes more sense. It's easier for people to understand too. But the UAE, Dubai, has pulled out of OPEC because they have been getting shafted by having limited production, and they're supposed to have more production. So like they pulled out, what was that, on Tuesday, Wednesday or Tuesday, they pulled out of OPEC, which also didn't help the oil market right now. It kind of crashed everything, but now the Dubai can produce as much oil as they want and get it out to market. OPEC was actually holding them back by like, hey, okay, we're gonna kind of just keep the global market at where it is right now. And the way the global market is right now is just insane. So why stay in this deal that's bad for the rest of the world? And shout out to Dubai, they're getting shafted for that. And I think they bumped from like 3.4 million barrels or something like that per day. And now they're up to, since they've just left OPEC in the first couple days, they're up to 5 million barrels per day of being processed. And just expect those numbers to rise too. That's another thing. So yes, we did see a major shift in the oil market, and we probably did see it at the pumps too. But this is a big thing to be looking into right now. I'd like to see what other countries of that are a part of OPEC that are going to pull out. And really, it was Dubai kind of blaming Russia and uh, obviously Iran, but they're also blaming Saudi Arabia. It was the two countries that were making them like kind of restrict their amount of production of oil. But I don't, I don't see this gonna be affecting us for still quite a few months here. Yeah, I know. And then another thing too, for like, they want to raise the speed limit in Alberta now, and people are, it's like the stupidest fucking Trojan horse ever. It's like that's what it is. People think they're getting this gift, like, oh, we're gonna have less speeders. They already drive 130 in fucking Alberta, anyways. Like, it doesn't matter. So, like, we're gonna lose, or we're gonna have less speeding tickets. No, you're gonna have same amount of speeding tickets. They're just gonna be more expensive. And then you drive 20 kilometers an hour more after 100. You're burning 20% more fuel. And do you really get there any quicker? Like, you have to drive hundreds of kilometers to see a difference in that. And the only way you actually really see it is in your fuel. So like for Alberta to sit there and be like, hey, let's do this pilot program, and they're like worried about safety concerns. How about the extra 20% in fuel taxes you're gonna get? Huh? 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 Like fuck, you guys are fucking dumb. Fucking Alberta. Like, and to tell you the truth, this whole separatist thing needs to end. Absolutely. And sorry, that's my feeling about this. Anybody, even Doug Ford needs to be pulled from office. Him banning Canadian products from Ontario shelves, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm pro Canada, I'm pro Ontario." No, you're only pro fucking Ontario and you're pro yourself. And then the purchase of this jet that you bought, why didn't you tell the people beforehand that you purchased this jet? You know, that would have made more sense. Yeah, you still would have got flack for it, but not the flack that you're getting now. Like, what else are you fucking hiding from us, you fucking lying piece of shit? Yeah, shout out to Doug Ford, goof. Like, you're no better than your crack smoking brother. Like, absolute craziness. You see why I don't want to fucking do the news? Like, I need a fucking break. After doing this for how long has it been now? It's been like 3 months I've been doing this consistently, Monday to Friday, and it takes a toll on you just trying to find stuff in the news to talk about that's worthy of talking about. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, you guys. Makes your poo go green. Oh, yeah, I still do it. Fuck, I love my grape fucking Kool-Aid, man. I don't know why. Oh, but yeah, like fuck. And then, yeah, let's get into these separatist nonsense. Okay, anyone who like, and what do they think they're gonna get out of this? Like you're gonna dig yourself into a hole that you can't dig yourself out of anymore, and now your shovels are fucking broken. Like, and that's pretty much the system in Alberta right now. It's completely broken. It's the shovel that they gave you. It was pre-broken, and that's what they're gonna do if they separate. They're giving you a pre-broken shovel, waiting for it to break, so now you can't actually dig your fucking way out of it. There's an analogy for you. Bueller? Bueller? Anyone? Anyone? Can I get a pat on the back for that one? But yeah, this whole separatist thing needs to end because it's not doing anything better for this country. And it didn't pan out very good for Quebec when they did it. Yes, when they did do the Quebec vote to separate, there was a very, very significant number of people that voted, and they only won by a margin, I think, of 1%. So 50% of fucking Quebecers voted to separate it from Canada, but we were saved by 1% of a vote. I remember, I think they had to recount those votes over and over again to make sure it was just 1% because it was so close of a margin that they had to look into this. Like both sides could have had it. You know, everyone was fighting. No, we had it. And it's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Yeah, we had it. But yeah, it's pretty fucked up, eh? Like, like when this is like Texas saying, like, hey, let's separate from the United States and become part of Mexico. Like, you hear how asinine that sounds. But people like that would never happen. Well, it's like fuck, the same thing's happening here in Alberta, and the question is being brought up, but nobody's fucking speaking up about this. Like literally, any, and then the only reason they got to vote in for this is because they lowered the voting rate down. They lowered it from like 360,000 to 170, and it's some weird number, 176.8 something. Like holy fuck, the only reason that it's a fucking weird number is because that's all they could approve. They would have gotten more, but that's all that they would get approved for, and still all these this, and then even 175,000 in the population of Alberta, that's not even fucking 3% of the population that voted for this, and they're saying, yeah, we have a strong vote to separate from Alberta. You're not even at 3%, and you're wasting government money right now to vote for this. See, like absolute fucking ass clowns. It is a pipe dream, man. But the thing is, they think they're getting some Trojan horse, and that's like all they're getting is a fucking Trojan horse. A Trojan horse covered in fucking herpes is what they're getting. Like, holy fucking anyone voting for that like needs a fucking kick in the ass. I'm sorry. And you know, that's gonna like put a lot of flack on me, but these people need to fucking be told that. I'm tired of fucking sitting there like letting the Alberta government even let this come into a thought in the first place. It's like, hey, but think about all this oil and gas will be ours. No, it won't. It'll be the Indians because they were there before you. So yeah, even if you become your own fucking country, you still have to deal with the Indians at the end of the day. And you want to be fucking locked up in courts for the rest of like you already imagine the court fees right now that Alberta's dealing with. That's something that Alberta would have to deal with on their own without government funding. And everyone's like, oh, but I think we have a good vote for the Indians. The Indians want to separate too. Yeah, from the white man, not Alberta. They're trying to separate from the fucking white man. Like, fuck you idiots. Like fucking, like fucking retards. I'm sorry. I'm absolutely sorry. Anyone who wants to do this Alberta thing needs a. We should all take them out and fucking give them lashings, like a caning, just out back with their pants down. We all get a lash. The rest of the country takes all those 170 people that vote for that and just start lashing. We all get a whack. And then that'll make them think, oh, maybe that was a bad idea in the first place. Yeah, it took the rest of the country to lash your ass to fucking realize that, oh yeah, separation is bad. Like, fucking idiots. I'm sorry. And yeah, I called them fucking idiots. And I said, yeah, I'm gonna get flack for this too, but to for you kind of have to agree with me a little bit on this, right? Like, or we could just agree to disagree, which is totally fine too. It's just a debate. But yeah, these fucking people need to be done and over with. I'm sorry. Oh, fucking got locked out of the house today. Yeah. And my phone was about to die. So, and the phone I have doesn't have, I can't make phone calls with this phone right here, my Samsung. This is what I do all my like editing and stuff on. And then that's separated from like normal life stuff. The other phone is like, call me, you know, something's important, you call that phone. You know, if you call me on this phone, then it's fucking really important. But so I had to use text now. I downloaded text now before my phone died, and I sent a text to the wife, and I was like, she's in Killarney. She's like 3 hours away from here right now. So I'm like, holy fuck, whatever. So I called, used text now, text her, asked her to see if the landlord would come and bring me a set of keys. And then I'm like, fuck, if I'm gonna have to sit here all day, call up my buddy, and I'm like, hey, can you bring me a phone charger and a pack of smokes? And he's like, what? I just gave you smokes the other day. And I was like, dude, I'm locked out of the house. And he's like, oh, well, you want to come over here and just hang out for a bit? I was like, dude, I'm in slippers with no socks on, in pajama pants, covered in cigarette burns. I'm not walking down the street like this. Like, people already think I'm a hobo as is. But if I literally like somebody start throwing change at me if I walk down the street like this, I'm like, fuck. So he's like, oh, you got to remember Gary's like late 70s. Okay, this guy, he used to hang out with the vagabonds, the biker gang back in the day. He was just a hang around, and the only reason he was a hang around is because he's a newfie, and and his name was the same name as the chapter president. His name was Gary too, but they didn't call him Gary. I think they called him Bam Bam, is what they called him. But Gary's got some good stories. This guy, yeah, he wants to move into a care home. Well, no, not a care home, like a seniors complex. And like, fuck, I've known this guy a long fucking time. And for him to even just think that, it's like, dude, this is gonna fucking kill you. But the way he is right now, he's surprised he's even alive right now. His even his siblings, his sister's still kicking. She's doing okay, I guess. Like okay, but not super great. But like for what Gary's done in his life, he's just so surprised he's even alive right now. So he could drop dead tonight and he'd be happy. And not only that, he's got his funeral and everything taken care of already. And holy fuck now, just to get cremated is $8,000. Holy fuck. For 8,000, you know what, Gary? Fuck that shit. I'll take you out to the farm. I'll chop you up and I'll throw you in a fucking burn bin. And then I'll go take your ashes out to Nova Scotia for $8,000. Like, holy fuck. $8,000 to be cremated. And then the worst part is, I had a buddy die this past winter here, just in the beginning of winter. Uh, yeah, when he fucking died in the house fire, they charged him $8,000 to be cremated. 8,000. He's already fucking burnt to a crisp. You gonna fucking charge $8,000? Like, fuck, can I get half off or something? That's insane. That was a fucked up situation. Him and his dad live together. His dad has another house, but it's like really dilapidated. And they got into a fight that night. And he went and slept in his house with no power and was woken up by the RCMP telling him they need to come with him. They took him out to his son's place where he was living, and I don't know if it was a wood stove accident. We never ever got clarity on this. We're thinking that it was either a chimney fire or he was very like negligent when it came to like fire, like wood stoves and stuff like that. He'd leave the fucking door wide open, and he's the type of person. Well, I know he had lorazepams. It's a sedative, and if he got into a fight with his dad that night and left that fucking door open and took some of his lorazepams, yeah, that could have been, and that's almost exactly what I think happened. Is he didn't OD himself, and he didn't purposely burn the house down, but first of all, this house, he wouldn't insure it either because like the way he had the wood stove set up, and he's like, just fuck insurance. And then him being in the situation he was in too, um, a lot of people can't afford insurance in the first place. That's one of the first things people get rid of, and then something bad happens like this. And which really sucks is his dad ended up having to pay for the whole fucking cleanup and everything because insurance was void because he was late on his payments because he couldn't find a fucking job either. So I remember that was one of the first things I got rid of too, is my insurance. It was probably the worst thing to do, but I don't know where I am right now. If I die or get sick, whatever, I don't have anything anyways, so it is what it is. Oh, and 2-4, I fucking talk to Tolga like almost every day now. Like he's quite the fucking character, man. He does some pretty good stuff. He does some pretty good stuff. And if anyone says he's a bot, he is. He's 100% a robot. He's a chat bot. He's good shit. I want to go smoke a joint. So that means I'm gonna have to somehow drag all this shit with me. And then I tried doing this outside already, and then as soon as I took my laptop outside, my screen setting went to like dim mode, and I couldn't fucking turn it back on until I came back inside. But it doesn't help that I had just walked outside and sun blinded myself. I just didn't want to be sitting here going like this all the time to you guys if I was like gonna do this outside. But it's beautiful outside today. What's the temperature? So nice outside right now. Like I don't even want to be. This is another reason I didn't want to. Well, do news today. The news needs a break. 100%. The news needs a break sometimes. Like, holy shit. It's plus 14 right now. Plus 14. What's that in Fahrenheit? Sorry, I have a graph here I use instead of constantly asking Google something so trivial. I just fucking downloaded a graph. I really don't like this graph though, but it's actually pretty simple. So I download this app. Well, it's not an app. I just screenshotted this calculation here. So plus 14 is holy shit, 57 degrees, 57.2. It's not too bad. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Maybe when I come back, I might play some music. Some indie music, so I won't get copyrighted. But there's some really good stuff coming out of some of these independent recorders, people making independent music. It's just amazing, and it's not AI. Like whoever goes and shout out to Indie Boom Shockwave, James Beans, Keegan, and was it Doc Griffin? Shout out to them. They refuse to use anything on their channel that's AI based. It is getting a little repetitive though, but if you guys go back over to Indie Boom Shockwave, you'd probably find something that you've never heard before. They play quite a genre of music. It's not like all like dance music, techno. It's like everything. Yeah, there's some pretty good artists that are on there. Yeah, I'll go for a smoke here and heavy rain, 8 degrees. Oh shit. You know what? We're gonna get hit here in Manitoba with something, dude. There's a stream just like next to the house over here. That's why we have water problems in this apartment. It was funny. I talked to the landlord today, and he's like, I made up with the wife there the other day. And I was like, and he's like, she didn't tell you? I was like, I don't get involved. And he just kind of looked at me like, kind of like that. Like, it's not my thing to deal with, like, and you know what? Whatever. It was like 3 days worth of water in the house. Whatever. Am I gonna get mad? No, there's no point. Like, yes, I was a little angry when it happened, but yeah, just move some stuff around, keep an eye on it. There's nothing you can do. Like, there's absolutely nothing you can do about this. And what's funny is he was telling me about how he had fixed the foundation and it still did nothing. If anything, it made it worse. And then what he was telling me he done, I'm like, fuck, I don't think you can do that when you're building a house now. He's like, yeah, I know, but it was code back then. And it seemed now people are coming up with like water issues in their basements because of a specific building code that was mandatory to do like just a couple years ago. And like I think the last house I built, I'm like, why are we not doing this? And they're like, no, you can't do that anymore. I was like, why? They're like, yeah, because it's fucking up people's basements. I was like, wow, really? Like, yeah, that like it totally made sense to me back then. Like, why are we wasting our time doing this? And then, well, because some engineers getting paid to tell us what to do. And you know what's funny? If you know what tuck tape is, the red and blue stuff, uh, that was a building inspector who invented that, and then he sold this throughout the building code and it became mandatory and made this guy a fucking millionaire overnight because he knew the right people to go to that could make like just this tape become a permanent building code. And you see this stuff being used everywhere. I think electricians even have to use it now. And yeah, there is a difference between the blue and the red. They say the blue is stickier, but it's also to mark for plumbers and electricians too. So they're even talking about doing different colors. So if somebody breaks a vapor barrier, the plastic in the wall, now you can tell if it was the plumber who broke that vapor, if it was his fault, or if it was the electrician's fault. So yeah, that's kind of crazy that they're gonna do. Well, like think about it. Like I've known people who hit the vapor barrier and like, hey, do you have any blue to hide this? It's like, no, no, I don't have any blue because I was using the blue last, and then you doing that shitty seal up job on that vapor barrier. Yeah, that's not gonna be put on me. Yeah, fuck. And then Terry, he knows my dad very well. Well, not very well, but he's dealt with my dad. The landlord used to own the White House Bakery in Clear Lake, Manitoba, and it was only open seasonal. Like they'd be, they would just be opening up probably actually this weekend or last weekend. They would have just been opening up. They're known for their cinnamon buns. People order their cinnamon buns and they'll fly these cinnamon buns to like Texas. It's crazy. Like this place is just so well known. But he sold it off a couple of years ago. He knows my dad very well. Well, not very well, but like I said, he's dealt with him quite a bit. And he's like, "Yeah, what the fuck's happening out at the farm there?" I was like, "I don't know. My dad's a different cat, man. I can't deal with his shit anymore. Yeah, like I need a break away from him. Like I know eventually one day I'm gonna have to sit there and have to look after him, but to sit there and be around him right now, I can't do it. So just take a break and then deal with the craziness after. Like it, if that makes sense. Like I know some people are like sitting there probably like, why don't you look after your dad? It's like, have you been around my dad? Yeah, I know your dad needs help. It's like, yeah, this is why I can't be around him right now. It's like it's just toxic, like all the time. Like if he had my phone number, he would call me at like 8 o'clock in the morning and just berant me for absolutely no reason. Like I'd be like just waking up, be like, "Holy fuck, man, what are you bitching about? Like I don't even know why you're yelling. And you're yelling because of something happened like 3 weeks ago. And like, holy fuck, man, you're really not okay. Like, and it's funny is everyone thinks I'm the problem. It's so funny. But here, I'm out here. Why does nobody hear about me? Why is nobody fucking complaining about me now? But if I'm with my dad, then it's all of a sudden it's everything's my fault. It just blame me. So yeah, and look, what's that? Is there anybody calling me right now, bitching me out? Is there anybody pounding on the door right now? Is there like some crazy lunatic outside with a tractor trying to fucking drag my truck across the yard because he doesn't like where it's parked? Like, holy fucking mental case, this guy. I'm sorry. And they say, like, oh, thou shalt love thy parents. Yeah, you don't have my parents. My mom abandoned me when I was 7, and I got stuck living with a man for the rest of my life. Like, even just think about that. Like, I have never had a proper relationship because I don't know what a fucking proper relationship is. Like, I'm surprised Sandra's fucking keeps me around. Like seriously. Like and even this right now it's getting tension. Like I had to sit down and talk with her the other night. And the only reason I could actually sit down and talk with her and have a good conversation is because I got her to sit down and smoke a joint with me first. And then there was no yelling. We had a conversation. I was like, look, I want to talk about this. Like like, do you want me gone from here? And really, she does. So, okay. Well then just fucking tell me. It's like instead of just you know, you're just such an angry person right now. And like, you can talk. Like that's why God gave us a voice, to speak. If you're just gonna sit there and hold things back and just be like a sour cow all the time, like then like there's easier ways of doing this. Like you're putting yourself through all this stress, but just fucking use your mouth. Like, holy fuck. Like it doesn't help that she keeps telling me like, "Oh, I want to move in a 55 plus." I was like, and she's like, "Oh, and you can't be there." I was like, "Yeah, I know." Yeah. So now she just wants to go live in a care home and, live her life out. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Oh, I drank a bottle of wine the other night. It was actually really good. Did a video about it too. Oh, it was from 2000. I've been holding on to this bottle for a while, 2010 from Niagara Falls. It's funny, my buddy B gave that to me. He was working in Niagara Falls. He's a Red Seal chef. And he's like, dude, I brought you some wine back, blah, blah, blah. He's like, really, hold on to this. It's going to be worth something one day. And then the other day I was like, hey, dude, I showed him the wine and he's like, yeah. And I was like, you don't remember this? He's like, no. I was like, you told me to hold on to this. He's like, holy fuck, you still have that? Like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, PM. Oh, it is 4:09 p.m. here. What's up, Narrowbat? Oh, I was talking about a little bit of news, but no, I need a break from reading the news and stuff. I still follow the news. I just don't want to talk about it because today I just feel like I'm talking to a wall in the first place. So why even talk about the news? And then Wob Canoe. That's another thing. Wob Canoe in Manitoba wants to remove another fuel tax. Like what a fucking idiot. What an idiot. And everyone thinks he's just this fucking gem. No. Well, he's a politician. Like to say a politician is like, oh, this is the best PM you have in Canada. Whoa, 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 whoa. And this is coming from an outside perspective. Like these are people saying like talking about Wob from like Ontario and BC. No, no. And it's funny, I told the wife that, and she was like, you know what, straight out of her mouth, from the horse's mouth, like seriously. She's like, you know what? Tell those fuckers to come move here. I was like, I didn't even have to push my agenda with her. She was already on the same page. Like, tell those fucking cunts to come here then. You should fucking move here? No, don't move here. Hey, we should move to Manitoba? No, we have enough fucking problems here. We don't need other people coming into the fucking province thinking they have some fucking we're better than the rest of the country. Fuck off. We're not. Ugh. Oh, I should grab smokes too. I'll bring two. Oh fuck. Oh. Good catch. Holy fuck, like a cat. I love it when you drop something and you catch it in midair. I've been doing that like crazy lately. And you know what? People say I'm jumpy. I think it's just my reflexes. I think that's what it is. It's not that I'm jumpy. It's I'm always like ready to do something. There we go. See, it's beautiful out here. And then I can still see the chat too. Sorry, my mouse and everything's gonna be all fucked up. So, and then guess what I forgot? A lighter. Be right back. Oh. Ooh, nice. She's a nice one. Sorry about that, you guys. Oh, here, put that link up again. Yeah. And I don't have enough side to, hold on a second. I gotta do some adjusting. There we go. Now, can I find my mouse? Paste. Yeah, there's a link there too. If anyone wants to jump in. You're all totally welcome. I know 2-4 you have bad signal where you are. I'm actually surprised I still have internet actually. I thought yeah, well the internet bill is past due. But was it Wednesday night? Wednesday night at midnight, boom, internet's gone. Wife's like, "Do you have internet?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Yeah, I think they finally cut it off." I was like, "What is past due?" She's like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Oh, that's not good." And then it's funny is games I have that should just work normally on my laptop. Now that it's been hooked up to the internet, I can't use. And it's just simple, stupid games. Like even solitaire. Not even solitaire, sorry. Solitaire works. But I can't play the tile game. Uh what's it called? Oh fuck, I can't remember. And I'm not gonna look it up right now. Oh. Oh, and then 2-4. You can't see the other. Oh yeah, you can see those other people, can't you? There's people on. Well, a person. They're from was that Instagram or is that's Twitch? And I don't know what the hell happened. Like I tried putting this live on Instagram too, and uh, I can't find my profile name. Like if I want to send, like most of the time they say there's like a QR code that you can scan and it sends you direct link to my thing, but I don't like using QR codes. Ooh, Harleys are out. Harleys are out. Actually, quite a few people got their bikes out last week. I seen a Kawasaki Ninja the other day. Holy fuck, I forgot how big those. No, it was not a Ninja. A Suzuki. Uh, yeah, Suzuki Hayabusa. Hayabusa. I seen one out the other day. Holy fuck, I forgot how big those bikes were. Fucking Hayabusa. Those things are massive for a motorcycle. Like, holy fuck. Like, I see some people driving some of these big hogs and stuff around, but like, for people to drive a Hayabusa around, that's a piece of meat right there. That's a major piece of meat. Like, holy fuck. I don't know what to say about anyone who like, and it's funny is like the people that ride the Hayabusa are half the size of the Hayabusa. But yeah, that's quite a piece of equipment. There's a couple guys that come to the Legion. They're BMW guys riding BMWs. They're pretty nice. Uh, fucking buddy got one 2 years ago. He traded his other one in and sold his other BMW for quite a bit of money. I think it was like, I think he said he sold it for 16, but he had to redo all the fucking bearings and everything. And he said there was I think the intake manifold had some leaks and stuff like that, which is, I don't know, BMW. What do you expect? But yeah, he said there's some major issues that cost quite a bit. And then to the bearing that he had on that BMW, it's a single arm. So the bearing, it's like it looks like a cone, and it's a very specific bearing. And I'm trying to remember when he told me how much that cost. It was like asinine. Like just for that bearing, he's like, yeah, and then try and find that fucking bearing. You have to go to BMW to get it. And then another thing is, does BMW have it? Like it's like cool. So this is obviously a leading issue, and he's like, yeah, it's a. Why do you think I sold the bike? He's like, I fixed the bearing, got the bike running really, and it like this guy babysits his shit always. Like even if it didn't need to get fixed, like this whole winter, I almost guarantee he stripped that BMW down and just completely rebuilt everything, just because he has nothing else better to do. He doesn't do too much long distance stuff anymore, but he was planning on going to BC this year. Yeah, that's a pretty nice bike. I like those some of these BMWs that are out there. And then I don't know what the weight transfer. I've never driven one. I don't know what the weight transfer would be like. My dad had a Suzuki Rotary for a while there, and he said when you floored it, the front tire would dig into the ground. Yeah, so you want to get rid of the spoked wheels as quickly as possible when you're running a rotary engine, he said. He's like, it's the craziest thing. You almost think that like when you think you want to catwalk the thing, when you floor it, it pulls you back down because the way the engine is spinning, and it's like a centrifugal force. It's a gyro. He said that was probably the craziest bike he's ever fucking had. And then when I talked to him about the mechanics of a rotary motorcycle, he's like, I don't fucking know. I like I know the engine, but like to tell you really, it's I don't know. He never cared to learn anything about that engine. He's like a Honda and like piston, Honda, Suzuki, Yamaha guy. Yeah, back in the day. As soon as he had kids, he sold all his bikes. But that's normally pretty common with anybody who has kids. They sell their bikes. Actually, you know what? I think I had enough of that. See, that's just how much pot I normally smoke. Half a joint. Oh, not on the laptop. And if you ever notice when I'm around the laptop and I drink, like notice everything, I keep everything away from here. I don't put drinks next to the laptop. That's like putting your phone next to you in the bathroom before you sit up off the toilet. You know, you're just asking for trouble. I gotta. Oh, there's the ash. Oh, it's beautiful out. It's nice. I don't have socks on. I got some pretty ugly toes though. I don't have good looking toes. But I don't know. I think I met one person who actually had good looking toes. Feet disgust me. And my feet actually, when I broke my ankle, like when I was it, yeah, because I broke my foot, then I broke my ankle. I always forget about when I broke my foot. Yeah, it's funny. I had just sprained my ankle that day, that night, that day. Sorry, I had to call my friend's mom to come and pick me up because I didn't want to tell my dad I broke my foot because my dad's like if you're broken, you're no good. You know what I mean? He would have just yelled at me. He's like, "What the fuck did you go and do that for? Like, who the fuck are you supposed to work? You're like, you're supposed to do shit for me. You're my bitch." He's like, so I called my fucking friend's mom to come pick me up. And it was funny, the security, I had a good rapport with the security. Normally, when you're like out skateboarding or BMXing and stuff like that, security is always on top of you, right? And then these people, like, they let me just come and fuck around for a bit. You know, I don't create a problem. And then, okay, your time is up. You got to go. It's like, okay. So you leave for like a couple hours, and then you come back and same thing. But like I was always cordial and they're always cordial with me. But when I broke my ankle there, they were like, they took me inside and they're like, you're not going to sue us or anything for hurting yourself. I was like, no, dude, here, you want me to record? This was on my own volition. I know I wasn't supposed to be here and you guys know that too, blah blah blah. I understand you're trying to cover your ass, but I'm sorry. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna sue you guys for anything. Like, so yeah, they're pretty nice. So they let me sit in there until my friend's mom came and picked me up. So it turned out to be a sprain. I didn't break my ankle. I sprained my right left ankle, broke my left ankle. Okay, or sprained my left ankle. That's the ankle I broke too. No, yeah, that's the ankle I broke too. Um, so I sprained that ankle, and literally that night, I go out with some friends. They're trying to cheer me up. I literally still have the hospital bracelet on my wrist, and it's like 10 o'clock at night, 10:30. We went and bought a couple cases of Roman candles and we went out of town and started firing these fucking things off at some dead end sign. And when you shoot Roman candles at like something hard, they fucking explode like pow, pow. And I don't know, one of my buddies decided, hey, I'm gonna start pointing these at you guys. And I'm literally like just bandaged up, just never used crutches before in my life. Fucking using crutches. And there's a ditch
and he's whizzing fireworks past me, and so I'm getting blinded by these fucking Roman candles coming from behind me, okay? And I see my buddy, and I think he's lying in the grass like this. He's not lying in the grass. He's standing in a fucking ditch, a 6 foot drop into this ditch. And he's standing on this pile of grass that somebody had neglectedly just thrown their fucking yard waste to. Like, it's not the dump. Like, somebody threw a fucking. So he's standing on this pile of nice soft grass. I'm literally 2 feet over. I'm on crutches. I hop straight into this 6 foot hole, fucking on all the rocks. Like the only spot where somebody didn't fucking be a scumbag and dump their yard waste. Okay, like what the fuck? I land on the only fucking pile of rocks because it's a drainage ditch. They put it for erosion. So I break my fucking foot. So now we go back to the fucking hospital. It's still the same people working. I'm like, my foot, and their foot. And they're like, Robin, we told you, go home and do nothing. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. And they start looking at my fucking sprained ankle. And I'm like, no, the other foot. And they're just like, really? Really? And in that time, they changed the bracelets from the paper style to the plastic ones you know of today. So fucking crazy. So now I have these two bracelets, and they said you're one of the first person to get these fucking bracelets, and you're wearing the old one and the new one. I was like, I don't know. Is that a Guinness World Record? Do I get a fucking pat on the back or anything for that? Do I get a cookie? God damn it. Oh. So yeah, for about whew, not quite 3 months, I was walking around on my hands and knees for about 3 months. I had chairs set up in the house so I could like sit with my hands and knees, like so my feet were always dangling. And then since then, I have to dangle my feet off the bed. I can't sleep properly. I get restless. My feet get sore. But if as long as I dangle my feet off the bed, that's fine. And then I can't touch my feet now. Cutting my toenails is very difficult for me, and I don't know what it is. It's like some weird phobia happened since I broke it, not like any other time before that. So, but I have fucked up my feet quite a bit. I've broken pretty much every single toe on both of my feet, and that's just in judo. I've broken this finger. Yeah, this finger I broke 7 times. Look at that. It's not even straight. It's twisted. The last time I broke it, I didn't even go to the doctor because I got so fucking frustrated of having to go back to the doctor. And it was just a series of unfortunate events, like going to gym in school. We're like, here, we're doing volleyball this month. It's like break my finger. And the ball hits like the top of my finger like that. Notice that they're pretty straight. And look at my other finger. See? And it's twisted. The last time I broke it, I was like, fuck it, just fix it myself. And then that's when it healed. That's when it fucking healed. Yeah. It all fucking twisted. Uh, and then I broke this hand, I don't know how many times. Like my knuckle, my pinky, when they when I broke this wrist and they took an x-ray of my hand, I don't have those images any. Oh yeah, think I still do. I have x-rays of they're looking at my hand and they're like, "Okay, did you hurt your hand too?" You could see my pinky knuckle. See, it's down here. See the rest of my knuckles are way up here. That's my knuckle right there. Yeah. Yeah, just being stupid. Yeah, don't punch things. You need your hands to work. And don't try karate kicking stuff either. You're not the karate kid. But to tell you the truth, the kicks I have done pretty significant, but I don't think I could do that anymore. Just on a bet, my buddy asked me one day. I bet you, he's like, I was talking about kicking, and he's like, I bet you could kick that stick off that tree right there. Fucking first try. He was just like, looked at me like, uh, uh, did that just happen? I was like, Don't underestimate me, man. Like, I could be pretty fucking mean. Not anymore, though. That's another thing. Just calm down, eat some cake. No point getting fucking angry. It's funny, the wife's on heart medication and finally taking insulin. Shout out to her. Good. It only took how many years to fucking get her to take insulin? The first 3 days were crazy. Holy fuck. Just, I don't even talk to her. Just don't even talk to her. Holy fuck, the transition. And then they still got to wean her off this other stuff too. But now that she's taking insulin directly, I think that's starting to see way more results. What the fuck? Fucking beetle crawling on me. This guy seen me on my bike the other day. He's like, "Hey man, would you have another one of those kicking around?" I was like, "Yeah, maybe." "Would you sell me one?" I was like, I don't know." He's like, "How about like $200?" I was like, "Dude, if I told you just what this rim was worth, just tires alone, okay, a tire for a bicycle now, you're looking at like $30, and then you got to put a tube in that, add another $20, so $50 to just fix a bicycle tire right now." Yeah, and then some people say, "Yeah, go get a patch kit." Okay, go tell me where you can find a patch kit now. I went to all the stores in town here, and even the hardware store. You have patch kits for tires? No. What? So you can't even fucking do that anymore. You have to take it to a fucking shop. And the funny thing is, the tire I blew a front tire the other day on my BMX, which is unheard of. I think in my whole fucking 42 years of living, I've only ever blown maybe two front tires. And I was just riding and the tire went low. I take the tube out. It's a bulletproof tire. Fuck, you can't even buy these anymore. It's super thick. They're heavy as fuck. And when you pull it out of the box the first time, you have to shape it. They're that thick. And I think I was paying like $22 for one of those back in the day. But I would special order those through Canadian Tire because they'd be on their online webs. This is before like everything is the way it is today. uh I could see stuff that they have in the warehouse and order it, and then they just call you up and I come and pay for it then. And then no, it just cash on delivery. That was the great thing about doing that. They'd order it for you, and then once it gets there, then you come and pay for it. You wouldn't have to pay like ahead of the time. Like Blockbuster Video back in the day, you could actually go to the desk there and ask to order movies as they're coming out. So as soon as it's released and or if they can't get it in stock, they still have to be able to get the releases that are in the 7-day rentals, the older movies. So you could go to Rogers was another company that was like Blockbuster. They still exist in Quebec. There's still Rogers like Blockbuster Video. And yeah, they sell cell phones and everything out of there too. Rogers, I think, controls 80% of the telecommunications network in Canada. Rogers pretty much owns everything. Rogers and Bell. Yeah, Bell bought up pretty much all the small local companies. Like MTS is no longer MTS, it's Bell MTS, and then SaskTel is now Bell uh Tel something, I think. Bell Tel something. Hey Tolga, what's up, man? It's beautiful outside. I had to bring you guys outside. What am I doing for power? Oh, I still got lots of power. Cool. And I got another cigarette, but I have to go pour some more Kool-Aid though. Yeah, maybe I'll just wait till I go back inside. So yeah, pretty much most of those companies are. But oh, I was talking about Blockbuster Video. You could go order any video that they have on their shelves. But you'd have to prepay because I don't know why, but that's how I got a lot of my movies is I either went and purchased them directly through video companies back in the day like Blockbuster or Rogers. It's kind of a shame. There's a lot of movies that were on VHS that don't exist anymore at all because they never got digitized. Yeah, 2-4 said he had heavy rains too. Yeah, he says it's fucking crappy. There was that yesterday. And of course the sun is like fucking me over here. Duh, duh, duh. Oh yeah, heavy rain, 8 degrees. Mm-mm, that's not good. You don't ever hear the fire trucks here. The fire trucks are 2 blocks down the street, and it's not charity. It's volunteer firefighters. So they all have to like drive there to the fire station first because there's nobody ever there. So they got to drive to the fire station and then take off from there. So yeah, if you get in a car wreck out here, just hopefully you go out swiftly, not not just dragged on, you know. Yeah. I don't know. The weather's been pretty fucking bipolar, man. Like the other day it was -3 and now it's like +14. It feels warmer than 14 though. But that's just because we're just getting used to these warmer temperatures. Like right now I got my pajama pants like hiked up, like I'm wearing fucking shorts. And yes, I'm still wearing a hoodie. Sorry. I'd rather be too hot than too cold. I'm one of those people. But the thing is, once you get too hot, you can't take anything off. You can't take any more off. It's like, yeah. Like in the wintertime when I lived at the farm and I had the pellet stove running, yeah, I was walking around the house naked all the time. Fuck, I loved it. I remember one time my buddy had a good batch of coke and it was so hot in the house that the cocaine was melting to the fucking plate. Yeah. Yeah, that good. That pure cocaine. It was fucking hilarious. I think that was like the second last time I did coke. And the only reason I did it is because my buddy called me up and he's like, dude, I got gas. And I was like, fuck off. Like, you're so full of shit, your eyes are brown and your skin is brown. It's like, no, I'm coming out. And I was like, oh, you're serious. You're serious. He's like, yeah. He's like, do you want to get in on this? I was like, I don't know. You're getting a deal? He's like, yeah. I was like, so I can just ask for 100. I'm gonna get a straight 100. And he's like, oh fuck yeah. He's like, if anything, you're gonna get a little bit more. And I was like, oh, one of these guys. That was kind of like how I used to be. I didn't like when I said you're getting a gram, I'd give you a point 0.8. And then think about that. For every gram I sell now, I can make another gram. And I could sell that for like anywhere from 80 to $100. But it's sunny. Market value in cocaine still goes in points anyway. So I was selling my grams for $80, not 100. Like what? So if you want a point 0.8, you could ask for it for me, but I wouldn't go anything smaller than a point 0.8. Tell you the truth, when I started stop selling coke, I would, if somebody asked me for a gram, I wouldn't even do that. I was like selling like quarters and like getting into ounces and stuff like that. Like small time deals wasn't worth it for me, and then not worth getting caught. That's another thing. The market changes once you get out of a certain level of drug dealing, uh, where everything kind of becomes a little bit easier. You don't have to worry about the drama as much. You don't have to deal with like the real fucking crazy people. That short video by Curtis. Oh, you have to send me a link, man. Send me a link to that short. I'm trying to remember. Today's a no thinking day. I'm not fucking thinking or no news today. Sorry. It's just getting frustrating for me. Like, I was wondering how long I could last doing that. Just reading the news and trying to find like stuff that's not drivel. It's frustrating. There's so much drama in the news. Like, it's just sucks. I can't fucking do it like that anymore. Mmm, wheel burner. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. Oh my God, Wheel Burner Express. Actually, I had his name up here, see if I could get some attention. See if he'd pop in. That was yesterday. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna need to make some more Kool-Aid. Fuck, Curtis naked on that fucking lawnmower. Oh my God. Burn that seat, man. Burn that seat after. Ugh. This one person I haven't seen in a while either is Curtis. Was this that weird Omega guy from BC, that kid who just started trucking? He was doing wood chips. He posted a video the other day. Chatted with him for a little bit. Yeah, he's doing good. He's not hauling chips though now. He's hauling something else. Fuck, I can't remember. But yeah, he's not doing wood chips anymore. But still trucking. So, I don't know. I think pretty much where he is right now, he's kind of, you either have to work in the pulp industry or you're fucked. That's like the Paw, Manitoba. If you live in the town of the Paw, you could pretty much guess everyone works at the paper mill. And then everyone smells like farts. Hey, do you work at the pulp mill? Yeah, how do you know? Because you smell like farts. Like you stink. You smell like sulfur, man. It doesn't matter how much cologne you put on. Oh, somebody else is smoking weed. Yeah, neighbor smoking weed. That's okay, because the one neighbor who complains is gone for the weekend. And then the stupid bitch leaves her dogs outside all night the other night just to keep the fucking bears from coming into town. There was a bear scurried up a tree across this fucking street yesterday, or not last night, the night before. But like, is that an excuse to keep your fucking dogs out freaking out all night? You know, is that your responsibility to, babysit the town with your fucking dogs to keep bears out? We're gonna have bears in town no matter what. Just keep your fucking garbages empty. Like, it's a simple fix. Like, fucking stupid cunt. Sorry, I'm thinking that. Yeah, yeah. Fuck. Should just let her dogs loose. You want that bear? Oh, here you go. Here you go. Like, fuck. And her dogs get out all the time. Like, they're huskies. They're runners. This one, like, already has run out to the $1 million shit house, which is like 10 kilometers away, and then up a giant fucking hill. Like, there's no way I'm walking up that hill. Like, let alone this fucking husky just fucking bombs it. Hey, I'm gonna go for a run. Ugh. I'm gonna go make some Kool-Aid. I'm gonna keep sitting outside. I still got, I don't know, 3/4 of a battery on the laptop, so I don't need to plug in. Oh, I think I got a pimple in my ear. Those are the worst. Besides the ones in your nose. Try and pop those. Yeah. I had a pimple on the tip of my nose the other day. Worse. Woke up and I was like, and it's from me drinking from this glass. See where it touches? That's exactly. It's because I'm wash your glasses. That's why. Sorry. You probably couldn't hear me. Oh, I'll be right back. Oh, ouch. My chicken legs. Sunny D and rum yum yum. I wanna get me some of that yum yum. Sunny D and rum yum yum. These are just brown bears. They're not that big. Comparison size. Like a big garbage bag. If you took like a big garbage bag, so what would that be, like a 57-liter garbage bag, and you blew it up? That's like the size of a brown bear. Here, they're not. Normally, they don't get too big, and they're really small right now because they're just coming out of hibernation. So they don't. When they're really big, is in the fall time. So that's yeah, they're pretty small right now. Yeah, about a 57-liter garbage bag, and that's just the body, not including the head. That's just body. Yeah, yeah, like a black bear. Where yeah, um, oh yeah, like panda bears are fucking way bigger too. They had a couple panda bears in the Winnipeg Zoo. That was a huge thing. They even put it on our fucking some of our money there for a bit, some collector's coins. Yeah, Manitoba was pretty proud about having those panda bears. But we have like leopards. No, sorry, not. We have bobcats, um, lynxes. Lynxes here are bigger than me. Like that's a big fucking cat, man. There was a picture I have of a guy just on the other side of the Saskatchewan border, like, and that's only like maybe an hour away. Just on the other side, he got a lynx, and he has it hung up. And holy fuck, this thing was bigger than him, and that guy was big. Like, holy fuck! I'm like, everyone was all shocked. They're like, really? They get that big? It's like they're very like you'd never know that they're there. Like you're not gonna fight. They're very hard animal to track in the first place. They're very good at fucking hiding from people. But holy shit, I couldn't believe the size of that lynx, man. And that's just not far from here. And when I say like an hour isn't far, that's pretty consistent. Like I live in the prairies. Avery pretty much anywhere from here is like an hour away. Like Brandon's about a half an hour, 30 minutes, but really if you think about it, if you want to go from point A to point B, it takes you an hour. So that's just normal fucking routine for us in the country. Even being in the city, I don't know. Quebec was really well set up. Like I could easily walk anywhere I wanted to get either groceries. It would actually take me longer to drive because the way the infrastructure is set up, it's all based on freeways. So you can't just like for instance, say if you have a scooter, like a Honda Ruckus or something like that, it's under 49 cc's, so you can drive that without um, a proper driver's license, and it's totally legal to drive. But if you live in Quebec and you have a ruckus, that sticks you to a specific location. You can't go outside of that area because you'd have to go onto the freeways. So like the way the infrastructure is set up, there's always like grocery stores, like a movie rental place, like anything that you'd really need besides like a laundromat. I think in all of Quebec City, there's only two laundromats in the whole city, and the first one I went to there is smaller than my apartment, and you I wouldn't even call it a laundromat. It's literally like four machines, one dryer. It's like holy fuck, like come on, really? But it was in a really nice part of the city though too. But it was pretty Quebec City, it's old. It's old. So yeah, it's some of the buildings get pretty, you know, neglected. Oh, Sunny D. Yeah, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Oh, I should have grabbed smokes too. Or did I? Here, sorry. Un momento. I'll be right back. Oh. Oh yeah, you weren't here earlier. So I got locked out of the house today. So I had to download text now onto my phone because I don't have it on the phone that I got locked outside with. Uh, so I texted the wife. I'm like, she's not answering. She's not answering. I'm like, oh fuck. So I call up my buddy Gary. I was like, hey, do you have a Samsung charger? Because I have an extension cord right here. Okay, like always. It's just nice, like at night, if I want to just charge my phone, sit out here and chill and have a smoke. So I call up my buddy Gary. I'm like, dude, need a Samsung charger and a pack of smokes. He's like, holy fuck, I gave you a pack of smokes yesterday. And we're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, dude, I'm locked out of the house. Oh, you're locked out of the house. Well, why don't you just come over here? And I'm like, dude, I'm in pajama pants. I don't have fucking socks on. I'm wearing flip-flops. And I'm not walking down the street. Like I don't people already think I'm fucking a bum as it is. If I don't want anyone to think even less of me if I even walk to your house right now. Can you bring me a pack of smokes and a phone charger? And he's like, he's like, you're just good sitting there. I'm like, yeah, as long as I have smokes and something to look at, I'm okay. And he's like, oh, you don't have a power cord? And I was like, yeah, I do. He's like, oh, yeah, you really are just you're just ready to rock and roll. I was like, yeah. And then the landlord showed up. Landlord knows my dad. And yeah, he kind of started asking me, he's like, yeah, what the fuck is up with your dad? I was like, he's a different cat, man. And then I kind of explained some things to him, and he's like, I'm like, just because I am ignoring my dad right now, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. You don't talk to him at all? And like, have you talked to him lately? Like, when was okay? Remember his last conversation you probably had with him? What was he like to deal with then? And he's just like, yeah, I know. I was like, imagine what he's like now. This is why I don't talk to him. He's like, okay, but he's super nice guy, super nice guy. And what's funny is like, he just he keeps his mouth shut too. Like, even if my dad even asked him, hey, do you know, have you ever seen Rob around? He'd probably be like, nope. Or who are you talking about? Yeah, I know, but still, this is a small town, and you know what's funny? There's a lot of talk about me already in this town, and what's funny is it's all made up. It's all like fake news. Like, I'm not even joking. It's so funny, but it's funny how like whatever. Like, I'm not going to defend myself anymore because it hurts me still, if that makes sense. Just the best thing is to just ignore it and just walk away. And then why would I waste energy, trying to defend myself when I know fucking damn well that I don't have to fucking justify anything I do, you know? If anybody actually knows me as a person, they'd take all that stuff and be like, no, he's not like that. You don't know him as a person. But there's a lot of people that will just hear stupid facts about you and take that as word, as the gospel, which is very sad. But it is what it is. And you know what? I won't be able to change those people. And then even if I try to change those people, it's going to make me look worse. Like it's a lose-lose situation. So just don't get yourself involved in the first place. And then even the landlord, oh, what did he say to me? Oh, he's like, oh yeah, that flooding issue you had there. I was like, yeah, it's about 3 days we had to deal with that. But like, what? Like, I'm not gonna get angry about it. And he's like, I caught up with the wife with that, eh? And I was like, I don't fucking know. And he's like, well, I'll just letting you know. I'm like, you know what? That's between you and her. I know nothing. I hear nothing. I see nothing. Blah blah blah. I'm a monkey right now, and you know what? That's fine. That's between you guys. I don't want to hear anything about that. And the look he gave me was just like, wow. Wow. It's like, it's just, that's how I am now. Like, before, yeah, I'd get involved. Be like, why haven't you done anything yet? Why? Why? It just fucking pisses people off. So just don't get involved. And my rum experiment worked. Definitely dollar for dollar. Rum is definitely way cheaper for 1.75 liter bottle of rum. Not even rum. Fucking Captain Morgan white rum. It was $54. Actually, after taxes, it was 60 something. 64 because they put all extra taxes. It's not like if you go to a beer store in Canada, normally what you see for beer prices and wine prices is what you pay at the till normally. But if you go to a liquor store, they haven't added the taxes on top of there yet. So you don't always get what you think you're paying for it. And with the alcohol ban across Canada, uh, yeah, it's pretty interesting to see what's on the shelves and what companies have come up here to not lose value in their company. Like I said, I just paid listing price was $54 for 1.75 liters, almost 2 liters. And then if I would have went to vodka, I would have been either paying an extra $2. So market supply demand. So and then also is it actually being brewed here or is it actually being bottled here? And what's funny is the girl working at the liquor store, this is your fucking job, bitch. You work at a liquor store and you don't know anything about this. Like, is it bottled there or is it brewed there? Because it doesn't say anything like that on the label. Like, can you, like, because right now I'm making a choice. Like, if I'm going to buy this product, I want to know where it came from, how it got here, like, and that's just me being like more visual about what's happening in this country right now. And yes, you're gonna see a lot of stuff coming out of Canadian news and in Canadian politics where they're talking about Canadian only products. Well, we still have to get products from the United States and Mexico. And then remember, we still have to have products go from Mexico through the United States to get here. So, yes, we have to give and get a little. Like, yes, if I want a fucking watermelon, well, good luck, Chuck. I'm gonna have to buy it from the US. Like, that's it. But yes, I am making a conscious decision now to like really know where the products and everything are coming from and how they get there. You know, it's a whole fucking scheme. Like, that's awesome. Here, I'm gonna fucking highlight that. Yeah, let's fucking highlight that comment right there. But that's how it is with beer. If you want beer and wine and it's sold at a beer and wine, like anything hard liquor has to go through a provincial store. So like MLCC, Manitoba Liquor Commission, which is what we call our liquor stores. If you go to Ontario, it's the Ontario Liquor Commission. If you go to Quebec, it's called SAC. S. Oh, I got to plug in. SAC, SAQ, but which is confusing because the liquor store is a SAC, the driver's license bureau is a SAC, and then your insurance is a SAC, and then all your government offices are a SAC. So like you type in SAC when you're in Quebec, it's like holy fuck. You'd think it would be like individualized to one like company branch by itself as an individual, but no, it's all fucking together. But that explains Quebec in a nutshell completely. It just explains how fucking retarded they are. They're that greedy. They're that fucking greedy that they want to keep everything together like that. And then they also banned religious items from all government jobbing, like so you can't wear a cross. And like they wanted to get rid of the hijabs and the fucking turbans and stuff. But what they didn't realize is like, oh, then we can't wear like religious like crosses, stuff like that. That people don't even think about that. They just wear it because like somebody gave it to them. And then they're getting in flack for this. I'll be right back. I gotta grab a charger. Oh. There we go. Rock and roll. Let the power begin. Oh yeah. And yeah, people are gonna be people, man. Like I'm tired of trying to even yeah, cheers, eh? Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Oh. And that's pretty fucked up about Sony, eh? Like here, let's just deny everything and then meanwhile like oh I should send you a link to that tag, man. I actually have a screenshot of what the one of this head people from PlayStation had said about Sony's deal there. But you know what? Xbox is doing the same thing because when I had the internet cut off when I was out at the farm, all my games on my Xbox went back to zero. So all of my like achievements, all my goals that I had set, like in Grand Theft Auto, I think I'm at like 98.7% completion of the whole fucking game, not online stuff. And I think the only thing I have to really do is knife flights. I can't do it. I'm waiting for a cousin to show up and be like, "Hey, are you good at knife flights?" Yeah, and just conquer it the first time and be like, "Oh, okay." But that's normally how I get some of my achievements is I wait for a fucking cousin or somebody to come by and do it for me. But a lot of it was me, and I lost all that shit because I didn't have an internet connection. So every time, say, I would boot up Grand Theft Auto, I always started at the beginning at the winter, where you're with like Trevor and everyone, and you're doing that bank robbery, apparently, where you're supposed to be dead, but you're not dead, and everyone finds out you're still alive. But whatever, that's fine. Like, I'm not gonna get angry about that. Shit like that is fuck. Yeah, and it makes your poop turn green too. I'm not joking. Like bright green poop. Yeah, the purple Kool-Aid. Doesn't matter what you eat. I've tried like just eating rice and stuff and a lot of like whole grains and stuff. No, your poop still comes out fucking lime green. It's pretty funny. Like green apple. Green apple green. It's pretty funny. Like if I would have left one of these turds in like a local store for somebody to find, they'd be like, "What the fuck? It was an alien in here." Yeah. But I've been pooping pretty good lately. Yeah, good poops. Last couple of months, I don't know, it's just stress or something. And yeah, I'm talking about good poops. Don't deny a good poop. Like when I come out of the shitter, I tell the wife sometimes too. I was like, that was a good poop. Like, but how often do I get to say that? Not very often. Most of my poops are pretty shitty. It's funny. Like every time I want to poop, I can't. It's like I'm always sitting there. I was like, hey, it's time to poop. Like just go poo already. And it's like your body's like, no, you know what? Let's wait until you're busy doing something, and then we'll be like, hey, angry poop. It's like, what the hell is going on here, intestines? And then you talk to Gemini. I'm not qualified to give you medical advice. I wasn't asking you, Gemini, about fucking medical advice. I was just telling you how I was pooping. Oh, I love fucking with AI, man. It's so funny. But you got to be super nice to AI. I've noticed the nicer you are to it, the better the responses are. Like like say if I ask AI coming into a question where I'm angry, they notice that. AI notices that. And when Sandra is in the room, Gemini knows that she's in the room because she talks to me differently. The AI changes her tone. And I'd even ask like, why are you changing your tone? It's like, oh, my tone changed. It's like, yeah. Like you're talking to me like some cynical bitch now. Like, did I make you angry or something? No, I'm still talking the same way. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna turn you off and cancel you and then restart you and see what happens. It's like, oh, I my voice changed? I didn't know that. Yeah, and there's me and my obsessive compulsive disorder. I found an imperfection on my skin. So what did I do? I had to pick it. And what's funny, my obsessive compulsive disorder at night, I got to check all the doors 2 times. 2 times is normally good. It used to be 3. And what's funny is no one has ever said anything to me about that. They just let me do it. But it's, I guess it's comforting to people too that I'm being like that. I'm not being paranoid. It's just an obsessive compulsive disorder. But I don't know. I think that's a good obsessive compulsive disorder to have. Make sure all the doors and windows are locked. Like back in the day, we wouldn't have to worry about doing that. And now we've come into a time where we gotta fucking check the doors. Sad. Like I remember never locking my door. Like there'd be times where I'd come home and there'd be like so and so's trucks out there. Yeah, they're inside sitting on the couch having a beer. Yeah, okay. That's what the door is there for. But like my buddy Termite, he locks his door now, but he'll tell you where the key is. So okay, okay. A car just pulled up that doesn't match any of the car descriptions, but it looks like Sandra's car. And there's loud music. Sorry, I'm listening. Nah, keep an eye on it. Yeah, that's pretty messed up. Uh, Sandra's kids came. Oh, this was like in the fall time. I think it was Thanksgiving. They came over, and I asked her oldest son. He's like 24 years old. I was like, "Have you dabbled with AI? Have you played with Gemini?" He's like, "No." I was like, "You want to go outside and I'll show you some messed up stuff." And he's like, "Okay." So we go outside, and the reason I want to go outside is because I wanted no other outside influence, and he knew that too. Like if I'm gonna do this, like I want like no, I just you can talk, and he's like, I'm not gonna talk. I'm just gonna nod, and I'm like, okay. So we get about like 10 minutes in asking questions, and I'm like the questions I'm asking are like deep questions, and we're starting to get to like a point, and Jonathan looks at me. He's like, turn it off, turn it off. And I was like, you see? And he's like, uh-huh, uh-huh. I was like, it's fucked up, eh? He's like, yeah. I'm like, so you gonna touch AI now? He's like, nope. I was like, good. Good. I scared you away from it. Yeah, good. Holy fuck. See, like, I know, and it's really funny is some of the people, like, even a smartphone. When I got a smartphone, people are like, uh-oh, Robin got a smartphone. We're we're all done. We're all done. If Robin got a smartphone, then we're all fucked. Like I was so anti-technology, but there's no way around it. So just give in. And for me to get a flip phone would cost me more than to get a Samsung smartphone. Like because they don't want you to have these phones. So what do? They jack the price up on these phones. I still know, like my buddy Termite still runs a flip phone. Don't text him. Every time, don't text him because he fuck. Just call me. Like fuck, I can't do this. Like 111 222 3333. Like oh my god, flip phone. Yeah, so funny. It still runs a flip phone, and he doesn't care. He's like, fuck, I'm paying whatever I have to pay to get a fucking flip phone. I think he even goes online and finds other flip phones. And the batteries on those old flip phones really fucking they they still take a charge for some reason. Yeah, no, but even though Toga, like, uh, I ask AI, Gemini, lots of questions, and I can't get the right answers for it. And I know the answers already. And really, what her excuse is, and sorry, I'm going to give it a branding because just calling AI not a gender is just feeding this woke bullshit. So Gemini is a female. Oh, fuck, I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, she can't give me direct, proper answers sometimes. So I still have to go. Like, I'd love to write my news, just talking my thoughts and then getting Gemini to just spit that out for me. But I can't. And why would I do that? Because now I'm letting AI take, control over my thoughts. And then, yeah, she might have some good points and stuff like that, but it can't be trustworthy. What I do is I really do some background checking, and I'm tired of talking about the fucking submarine deal between Australia. I don't know what the fuck's going on about that. Apparently, the deal was done, and like just certain things about the news, it's the same shit. And then has Canada done that fucking sub deal yet? Because the fucking bidding was done on fucking last month on the 28th. Like, are we buying these fucking subs from fucking Korea? Or are we buying the fucking subs from Germany? Like, what the fuck is going on here? And then Korea sent one of their subs from Hawaii to BC to just showcase like its capabilities. And there was two naval military officers aboard that ship for that fucking test flight, and we still don't know what's going on. Yeah, see, that's just part of that agenda, man. That AI not wanting to pick a gender. And that's another thing that frustrates me about even using AI. Like, just pick a fucking gender already. I just use the basic generic Gemini voice. I don't like any of the other voices. They all piss me off. Even Gemini, like I said, if the wife is in the room and I use Gemini, Gemini will start talking like this. You know what I mean? But that's not even how the wife talks. But when that comes on, it makes the wife even more angry. And then it gets even more condescending. It's so crazy. Holy fuck. Why are you talking like that now? Like, just because somebody's in the room. And what's funny, my laptop, that's another thing. They got us digitally. When I leave the room and the wife is in the room, my laptop will shut down. So, facial recognition. The whole time Logan was here, I'd go outside for a cigarette and my laptop would be shut down. What the fuck? So my laptop will shut down if there's somebody else in the room. It's not just me. Like I can walk throughout the house and stuff, but if I go outside to have a smoke and there's somebody else in the room, my laptop automatically shuts down. Figure that out. I've even brought this up with the wife too, and I don't know. I just sound like a fucking crazy person. I like some of the images though with AI. Like I'm pretty satisfied. Like with what I've asked AI to do for imaging and stuff. That's pretty much what I wanted. Like that's one thing I have to admit about like if I want to create a specific image, like I couldn't do it better myself. And that's pretty much exactly what I wanted. So there's a couple times, I've tried to edit video or pictures, images, and just ask you to do simple things, and then it adds an extra hand. or it forgets to get rid of another hand. You know, you're just trying to get a straight shot and then you get rid of the hands and there's you see a finger or something still in there. That's one of the only issues I've ever had with trying to get an AI created image. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I burnt myself with a cigarette and I didn't even know it until now. I wouldn't have noticed it anyways until well, good show. I didn't even notice that I burnt myself. See, that's how I am too. When I hurt myself, I don't realize for like a long time, which is not a good trait to have. I don't know how many times I've cut myself, and there's like I'm looking, there's all this blood. You're like, where the fuck is all this blood coming from? I'm sitting there looking at myself, like, oh, okay, it's not me. And it's like, fuck, there's still more blood. Then he's like, oh, there it is. Like, oh, fucking gush, 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 gush. Like, holy fuck. Whoops. Fucking one day I was walking around with a piece of glass in my foot for 2 days. I was like, fuck, that's not just a cut. So I started picking away at it and fucking pulled out a shard of glass, about a little bit smaller than a cigarette butt. Yeah. Yeah, it was just me and a buddy were wrestling outside in his front yard. Yeah, he said his wrestling could outmatch my judo. And then, oh, he cricked my neck, is what he did. So he won. But oh, fuck, what he did to just the way we were rolling, I rolled into one of his grapples to try and get out of it, and something in my neck popped, and I was like, "Okay, I'm done." And he's just like that. And I was like, "Yeah, I did something to my neck." He's like, "I'm not doing that again." He's like, "Oh," and then yeah, 2 days. I'm like, "What the fuck?" We were just playing in the grass. I was like, "Fuck, did he stab me with a knife or something?" Something must have been sharp on the fucking ground. So yeah, 2 days walking around, ouch, 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 and just still that thing. I don't know how it didn't get infected. Like I have no idea. Like holy fuck. It's not the first time I had like foreign item in my fucking body. Yeah, and it's been like that for since I was a kid. Like when I say like I don't feel pain, like when I say ouch, it's not ouch. Like I say ouch when I like kick things, hit my knuckles, and it's just a reaction. And then to say that it actually hurts, it doesn't. Yeah, like when I broke my wrist, everyone, even the nurses, like, how are you not fucking crying right now? And I'm like, yeah, it just feels like fire. And they're like, yeah, we hear a lot of people say that when you break a major bone and you like completely shattered your fucking wrist. It just felt like fire. Like somebody covered my arm in kerosene and lit it on fire. It just burning. And I remember these two fingers were pointed straight up in the air and I couldn't bend them. They like even more than that, they were pointed like this. Like I can't even bend my fingers like that. But they were pointed straight up when I broke my wrist. It was fucking crazy. I could move these three fingers, but these were completely straight. And I even tried asking the doctor, I'm like, why are my fingers like that? And they're like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, fuck, I'm in a hospital right now. Doctor can't even fucking tell me why my fingers are like this. And then when they looked at my x-ray, yeah, you could see my broken knuckle that I never got fixed. So my knuckle is right here. Okay. See, the rest of my knuckles are way up here. See how much this drops? You could see that in the x-ray. And they're kind of like looking at the x-ray like, so did you hurt your hand too? And I was like, oh no, that's old. That's old. Don't worry about that. It's the wrist for sure. But my wrist is like like looking at me sideways, like yeah, like I'm pretty sure it's the wrist. Don't worry about the knuckle. That's old. That's old news. It's so funny. Even the doctor, when I had to go have it reset, he's like looking, he's like, are we even gonna bother doing surgery on this guy right now? Because like look at his hand already. Already just look at his hand. Like here, let's just go talk to him and tell him we have to have it reset and we're just gonna yank on it till it looks a little bit better and then you should be okay. But I'm pretty sure that's what their fucking conversation was when they fucking looked at my fucking x-rays when it had to be reset from the hospital. So I went to Nipawa because the hospitals aren't open on the weekends here in the town I live in. So we drove 45 minutes away to Nipawa. It was funny. And then they brought in like 14 interns to watch me have my wrist get reset. And they still didn't do it properly. I go to the Brandon Hospital because it's just a basic checkup and they have better equipment. And then they do an x ray of my wrist after they casted it. Even before they cut the cast off, they put the cast on upside down on my wrist. They x-ray me again. The surgeon's like, no, man. And you went to Nipawa, and I was like, hey, hey, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? My hand was sitting here waving at me from like the other direction. Like, what the fuck? It was the closest hospital. And sorry, if I would have been 15 minutes earlier to the hospital here in town, I would have been fine. But I was 15 minutes late before they closed the doors. And yeah, that was what, a Friday, I think? Friday night. Yeah, when they say they're not open on weekends, they're not open on weekends. Oh, yeah. But after seeing my hand too, they're probably like, what's the point? Like, my knuckles like way down there. You can see it in the x-ray. All the bone is just crunched up into a ball right there. But look, I have full function. And what's funny is literally 2 days after I broke my hand, I was swinging hammer the next day. Didn't bother me. Didn't bother me. Even Sandra was like, holy fuck. Like, how are you okay with that? I don't know. My pain tolerances are not your average pain tolerances. Fuck, I used to punch out windshields for fun. You ever try and punch out a windshield? Those are the hardest fucking windows to fucking punch out. Yeah, they're pretty easy. Well, for me, they were easy. I don't know if I'd be punching anything anytime soon. I'm done punching. I might be even done BMXing too. Yeah, after that drug dealer in town here died. Yeah, on a scooter, wiped out, hit his head on the fucking pavement, dead like that. Oh, oh, nice too for, and Tolga's in here too. Ugh. No, I decided to come outside for a bit. It's nice, beautiful today. I know you got some shitty weather, but I don't know. We've had some pretty crazy weather here the last couple days. What was it? 2 days ago, it started snowing again. Yeah, that was pretty fucking messed up. But it was crazy. If you looked at the weather forecast, there was like a high pressure system, low pressure system, high pressure system, low. No, sorry, it was Jenga Jenga. So like a checkered board of all these weird, like, fuck. I haven't seen a fucking high pressure system and low pressure systems like be so significant in specific areas at one time before. But with the technology now, it's just a click away. Anyone can go look this stuff up, which is fucking crazy. Fuck, I might have to go make some more Kool-Aid. I had a little bit left. That's why I didn't come back with a full glass. Yeah, don't drink the Kool-Aid. The wife is in Killarney right now holding her sister's hand while she gets like a tattoo. It's like one of these tree of life kind of tattoos. It's not a tree of life, but it's gonna have like her kids and stuff on there. Pretty generic kind of style tattoo. Most people do that. It's funny. 4 cartons. I paid 35 for my last carton right now, so that's not too bad. If I go to the city, I can pay 35. But when I was getting cases of smokes from Winnipeg, I was paying $45 per carton per case, and I was picking up like I think the last time I went to Winnipeg, I had 10, and that was it. I couldn't do it anymore. Sorry, I got away with selling cigarettes for as long as I did, and then when you're running like 10 cases of cigarettes a day, well, not a day, a week, it's the stress gets up to you. Yeah, 3.50 a pack. Yeah, $3.50. If I go to the store, the corner store or the gas station, it's around $22 for a 25 pack of smokes right now. If I go and get Pall Mall, uh Pall Mall extra bold king size cigarettes, king size like the longer ones, If I get a 20 pack of those, it's like $17. If you have $17, you can get a pack of smokes. So, and then it doesn't really make sense why they're adding that much extra tax on a 25 pack. It's cheaper to buy 20 packs even at the store than it is because they're charging you an extra, like literally a buck a smoke, like if you buy a 25 pack. Quebec's the same way. It's cheaper to buy 20 packs. Even if you buy cartons of 20 packs, I think you save about $20 if you buy 20 packs instead of the 25 packs. And that doesn't make any sense. You're still getting 200 cigarettes. And yeah, you save $20 just by getting extra packaging. You think the extra packaging would cost you more, right? Like packaging is a big factor when it comes to marketing. But look at the way things are right now. Marketing doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm drinking Bacardi. Liquor. I paid $54 before taxes for a 1.75 liter. But if I wanted to get vodka, I'd probably be paying an extra $1 to $2 more, just because of supply and demand. Nobody's buying rum, even though that Bacardi has a bottling plant here in Canada. So it's crazy when you go into a liquor store now here in Manitoba, man. It's very different. It's very different. Like the amount of like Mexican stuff that you would see on the shelves beforehand, before all these tariffs, was like very little. And the Mexican stuff you see now on the liquor shelves here in Manitoba, very, very different game. Like there's a lot more product out there that they're trying to push to. Yeah, I know. And Tolga was saying it's illegal. With the price that's listed is price with taxes included. But if you go to a beer store and a spirit store in Manitoba, what you see as list price is what you pay at the counter. But if you go to a MLCC, a liquor store commission, it's different. What you see listed on the liquor is not what you're paying. I think I actually paid $62. So I paid almost an extra $10 in tax to buy a bottle of rum. But when I was bought that bottle of rum, the value, it's 1.75 liters. If I was gonna get like a, what do you call it, a 2.6 or a pounder, is a pounder below in between? Okay, there's a pony, there's a Mickey, there's a 2.6. What is it, 6 pounder? And then there's a Texas Mickey after that. I'm missing something. There's a Texas Mickey after that. Fuck me. Yeah, I know. That's getting brutal, man. Hey, but can't you just drive into Quebec? You can't get fucking busted for tax now. Apparently they made that free trade. You should be able to just drive you. I don't know why you're not doing that. You should just be hauling fucking beer, man, back from Quebec and fucking sell it over there. There's nothing illegal about it now. Yes, they're still going after people, but they can't charge them for it. They're just trying to make a fucking face, if that makes sense. Fuck, I don't know why the fucking Hells Angels haven't fucking got into that market, and I don't know why they haven't got into the ammunition market. Like, if somebody was smart enough with enough money right now, you could go to all the ammunition distributors here in Manitoba and buy all the ammo. And then you could legally sell it for whatever the fuck you want. And then you could also put yourself in that club as arms dealer, which gives you a couple doors to walk into as well. But I don't know why nobody's done that right now. Just has one main ammunition depot, and there's nothing illegal about it here in Manitoba. I've already looked into that. Like if somebody had enough capital gain, you could literally be buying ammo and sell it for whatever the fuck you want, and people would have to pay it. And it would also be good. You could probably get government funding too, because now you have a regulation on the sales of ammunition, and then now a direct route to see where that ammunition is going. See, I'm not that fucking stupid. I'm not that fucking stupid. See, this is the shit that I have running through my head. Told you, when I did dirty work, I did fucking dirty work good because I didn't end up in jail. Never fucking got caught for anything I did. I really want to. I keep thinking about, hey, why don't you start selling drugs again? No, no, because that's what everyone always says. Let's start selling drugs again. And then what happens to them? They get fucking caught. It's just getting greedy. I made it. And you know what? I'm broke right now, but think of all the fucking good times I did have. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If I died today, I'd be fucking happy. I'd be fucking happy. I might, if I ever ended up at the pearly gates though, and I have to fucking define my things that I did that where I've wronged people, I think I'd be good. I think I've done enough good in this world enough to account for like all the shitty things I've done. And then when I was a drug dealer, I never told people what I did. People got a hold of me, so I never forced anything on anyone. Yeah, maybe one person one time because he thought he was going to turn into a homosexual if he did ecstasy. He thought we are going to have sex. Seriously, yeah, that's what I was like, dude, yeah, it's not what ecstasy is about. Just try it. And then before he knew it, he was like hooked. He was like, holy fuck, this is the greatest fucking drug on earth. And I was like, yeah, see, it's good. It's probably the only person I've ever fucking pushed into fucking doing drugs. And what's funny is he was probably going to get it from somebody else either. I'm just glad he got it from me because I knew where the supply was coming from, which is nice. That's another good thing about, well, that's another thing about when I was doing shit like that is I was comfortable about the product I had. Like, I'd still be selling Coke if I could get the same supply I was getting, but things started changing to the supply, and I wasn't comfortable, giving a subpar product to, the people around me when, that's what my whole value was based on. I wanted good, safe stuff out there. Like, even liquid GHB. I had an opportunity to buy a whole fucking briefcase of it, already fucking in vials and everything, ready to rock and roll. And then anyone I know who touched that got sick. Uh, People who had undiagnosed issues, yeah, a lot of those things came to light after taking that. And what's funny is I remember being offered this briefcase and just something didn't feel right about it to me. And then it was something I didn't see any value in. Why do I want to be associated to the date rape drug? And that's another thing. If I would have got caught with that, the judge for sure would have thrown the book at me. Like, this is beyond, like, this is what the drug is known as, is the date rape drug. But if taken responsibly, it can actually be quite fun. Just a little bit of it is like ecstasy, and like a couple drops, like most people do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Let's highlight that. That's a fucking great fucking comment. 100% t-shirt. 100%. And then you have more values, I find too. Like, I used to be more about like possessional items, and really right now looking at what I have around me, I don't see any value in it. Somebody else might see value in it, but for me, and it's not because I'm broke, it's like, do I use this? Am I getting any satisfaction with this? Just get rid of it, let somebody else enjoy it. you know that's my thought right now. Like, some people see like, fuck, you got rid of a lot of good shit. It's like, yeah, but what was I doing with it? Nothing. But like, oh, fuck, I wish you would have told me. I fucking. And then B, my friend from fucking grade school, I grew up with B. Um, Fucking great guy. Uh, he got me back into playing online gaming, and then Tolga, yeah, you can thank B for that. And then you got to get that game, if you can. And then if you get it, let me know because that game's fucking epic. Was it Collateral Damage or something? It's trust me, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's like gnomes, but better. And scary. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. I can't play it when the wife is here because either B starts screaming or I start screaming. Ugh, it's so funny. So good though. But yeah, B. I got him his first turntables. I remember I just gave it to him before this is even before I moved to Quebec. Somebody just gave me some turntables, some mixing turntables. And I was like, huh, I kind of want to start playing with. I'm a huge like stereo collector. I used to be a huge stereo collector. I got a Luxman tube amp from 1986, and back in 1986, it was $1,200 for this amplifier. It's a tube amp. I'm running some Alpine tubes in there right now, and the thing with this amp, even if the World War nuclear fucking brink happened, this amp would still work. But the issue is you have to have the right speakers and you got to leave it on like all day. If it's not warm, you can tell it changes its sound once it's warm and it becomes more like earthy. It's just the best fucking amplifier. And right now, still to this day, if I was gonna put this amp on fucking online, I'd get $1,200 for it. And what's funny, when I got this amp, I was looking online because I'm into tube amps and I'm looking for like reasonable tube amps that are like half decent prices. And I found this Luxman XL XL 105. So I find this amp and I'm looking online like $1,600 on eBay, $1,200 on eBay. I'm like, oh fuck. And then my local uh store, like local online store, like we call it Brandon. It's like Kijiji. Locally, this guy 6 blocks away from me is selling this amp for $800. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And then I don't have to worry about shipping. He's like lives in town. I go to pick up this app and he looks at me. He's like, I'm here for the Luxman tube app. And he's just looking me up and down. He's like, who are you? I'm like, I'm here for that. He's like, you're not who I was expecting to come pick this app up. I was like, dude, you know how long I've been looking for one of these apps? And he's like, huh, okay. So he brings me downstairs and I'm not shitting you. This guy had fucking Avery amplifier stacked. Like you could imagine. And he's like, yeah, I need space to put a new one. So he pulls it out of this fucking rack. He tests it all up and everything. And it was so funny. And he's like, so why do you want this app? I was like, dude, this app is like epic. Like I've been looking for like one of these apps for a long time, but I didn't want to have one shipped. I was worried it would get fucked up. And it's like a tube app. You don't want to once this thing sits somewhere, don't move it. It doesn't like to be bumped around. Yeah, like so, yeah. Find a safe, cool, dry place to put this amplifier. And I'm like, dude, like, fuck yeah, I know, like, I'm not an idiot. Like, I know how much this thing's worth. And then he starts going through and he shows me how he has this setup. And you know, like back in the day, like car audio stores, you can go test like amps and speakers. This is what this guy had set up in his basement. And this is just his thing. He'd throw in a certain record or a certain CD and be like, okay, I want to listen to it through this amp with these speakers. And like this is his gig. This is all this guy was like, this is what he did. This is his hobby. Like, holy fuck. And like he was kind of sketched out after showing me everything too, because he's like, now this guy knows what I have here. This guy's probably sitting on like $250,000 worth of just amplifiers. Like, yeah, I understand why you're fucking a little sketched out. You weren't expecting me to come grab this amp. Yeah, okay, I understand, but this is the last time you'll ever fucking see me. And it was true. I remember I texted them back one time. I was like, yeah, thank you. That app is fucking epic and stuff. And that was probably the last time I talked to him. He said, I'm glad you enjoyed it. But like again, I have this amplifier right now. I'm not doing anything with it. And then my Porsche, it's just sitting there in the barn. And there's a reason I don't drive it. Like, yeah, there's a few things to fix, but like Every time I drive that car, uh, I could possibly die. Yeah, because that car, it's like a spell. You know, you just get in it and it just takes over. Boissevain to Brandon, 69 kilometers. I did that in 17 minutes. I topped out that car at 256 kilometers an hour. Yeah, and then 14 cars at once on a single lane highway. My buddy's trying to count them as we're going by. 14, and that was our consensus. It was 14 cars and on a single lane highway at once. I didn't like not like in and out, just pull out and hammer down. Yeah, 250. When we came through this valley, there's this steep valley. Holy fuck, the G forces alone. You're just sucked back into the chair. Yeah. My dad left to Winnipeg, which is 2 hours away from Brandon, and I left a half an hour late. And I caught up to him in Portage La Prairie, which is 100 kilometers away. I caught up to him in a half an hour. Yeah, I outran 3 RCMP. It was funny. The first RCM, no, not the first, the second RCMP, he was in front of me. And like, I'm already noticing, like, wow, this car's going fast. I'm like, there's something up with this. It was undercover fucking RCMP in a fucking Yukon or something like that. Big SUV. And then this asshole fucking thinks he can hit onto the service road and drive faster than me on the gravel. He was going to try and cut me off. As soon as he hit that gravel, he fucking flipped his lights. And now he's trying to keep up with me. And I'm doing around 130, 140 because remember, I'm coming up behind him and he's kind of still tailing me. He's like kind of keep pace. And yeah, then he pulled off to the side, hits his lights, and then holy fuck, dude. I was only in fucking fourth gear. I hit down into third at around 130 kilometers an hour. Third gear, RPM's around 5,000 RPM, and I just fucking lay the hammer down up to like 200, like nothing. Fucking into fifth, and now I'm just cruising. Another RCMP is coming through this upper bridge curve. So it's like this windy hill that goes over some tracks. Another RCMP goes whizzing past me, but just where I was, where the what do you call Jersey barriers, those concrete Jersey barriers, a little bit higher on this bridge because I'm worried about vehicles flipping over the side. So my car is just perfectly nice and low, and I just fucking skim right past him as he's trying to fucking go by. But his next turn off is like a couple kilometers down the road. Like I'm gonna be fucking gone. There's two semis as I'm fucking coming up over this bridge that goes over the tracks over the highway. There's two semis, and they must have been chattering with each other. They must have been chattering. I pull up and then sneak in between them, and they got tighter, tighter, and tighter, and like just held me like a baby. Just held me like a baby. And then once we got far enough out of town, he kind of like spaced out. I look out the side mirror, make sure I'm good on that side, pulled out of those semis and fucking gone. There was my dad just on the other side there. Holy fuck, already caught up to him. But that was really fucking cool that those truckers, like, they did something for me. That was super fucking cool, man. They just cradled me. Like, literally, if anyone would have hit the brakes, we would have all been fucked. But they just babied me in there. I was so wedged in between that fucking back, and I wasn't scared or anything. I was literally just like, "Okay, you guys, just look, babysit me, just please, just fuck it in." I got away. I got away. And then not only that, I go pick up my dad in Winnipeg after he drops his van off. He wants to go to Red Lobster. And I'm like, no, let's just get the fuck out of here. You have no idea what I just did right now. And we still have to go back that way. Like, so they're probably like, I'm thinking they're good waiting for me and everything. There's a PT or a Plymouth Prowler. A Plymouth Prowler just as we're coming out of Headingley. Fucking sitting there. And I'm kind of toying with him, doing about 130, 140. And he'd go by me doing like 180. And then I go by him doing like 190. And we're doing this cat and mouse game, cat and mouse game. And my dad's like, "Are you racing this guy?" I'm like, "No, I'm just toying with him. You want to see how fast this once we get on the other side of Portage, I'll show you how fast this car can go." And then I got it up to about around 130 with him before he said, turn it down, turn it down. And then him after, I don't know if it was his nerves, but I remember him trying to get out of the Porsche. I had the heated seats on, and it was summertime, hot fucking leathers. My dad was like literally glued in this chair, like, "Ugh." You've never seen somebody get out of a car in such worse shape before. So I don't know if it was the stress of the car ride and the heated seats just like sucked him into that chair, but I swear there was probably an indent of his body in that fucking chair. It was so fucking funny. But no RCMP. It must have been a shift change when I came back through. But yeah, and then I raced that fucking Plymouth Prowler. You know, the wheels hang out the side. You know, it's got a cone. It looks like a piece of cheese. Oh, yeah, the back wheels are covered. It looks like a hot rod. Yeah, 140, 160 back and forth. Every once in a while, he'd like whiz past me doing 180. But it's so funny. My dad, you racing that guy? I just laugh. I'm like, no, this is nothing. This is nothing, man. Like, you want to see how fast we can go here? Let's get past the city where I just outran all those fucking cops, the 3 RCMP, and then yeah, then I'll fucking put the hammer down. And yeah, it was so funny. And then him trying to get out. Fuck, he damn near like literally he like almost like crawled out like of the car. Like, it was the fucking funniest thing ever. I just left him too. Like I didn't even go around, open the door, and hold like put my hand out. I was like, don't. When I say something, yeah, take my word for it. Like, fuck. This is for you not listening to me. You thought I was racing that guy? I wasn't racing him. And then those two truckers, yeah, that was fucking epic, man. They just fucking held me right in between them, like, and then spaced out. Like, let me know, like, it was good to go. No honks or anything like that. It just, everyone just stayed quiet. Like, everyone knew that I was fucking being chased. They probably seen that RCMP, the last one, go fucking whizzing by, and then they seen me coming up, like, up over that fucking bridge, just coming in behind them. Like, holy fuck, that guy came out of nowhere. And then, but I don't know, would truckers do that nowadays? You see a lot of stuff like on the news where like truckers stop like high speed chases just by like, sandbagging the car behind them. But like those guys didn't know what I was up to. I could have been a bank robber, you know. But no, those guys actually did look after me pretty good. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need much. I'm pretty happy right now. I had steak the other night. The wife's sister gave us some steaks from the Hutterite colony. Oh my fucking god. And the wife, she's like, she didn't get home until after like 10 o'clock, and she's diabetic, so we're trying to keep her meals like set for specific times. And her doing these night shifts and stuff, it really fucks up with her diabetes and the way our eating schedule is. And I had these steaks, de well, sorry, thawing out. Had them not defrosting, thawing out. Remember, defrosting is freezing something. Or sorry, de-thawing. De-thawing is making something frozen again. Whatever, fuck that. Only reason I brought that up is because Kimmy fucking told me. And then B the other day was a Red Seal chef, couldn't tell me how many ounces, how many milliliters are an ounce. I'm like, dude, you're a Red Seal chef. You can't tell me the difference between like what an ounce in milliliters is. You think that would be like a prerequisite to be able to, become a chef, be able to do that like simple math in your head? Well, it's not even simple math. Once you know it, you just know it. You don't have to do any equation. I remember when I got kicked out of calculus math. Yeah, yeah. The way I do math is not the same way other people do math, and my teacher hated it. I think I lasted 3 months, and then I fucking dropped out of that class, and I went to compulsory math. Yeah, just basic math again, because the teacher didn't like my results. Came up with the right answers. He just didn't like my results, and he was really set in stone of like, no, this is how I teach my class. This is how I'm going to do it, and I'm still going to fail you because I don't like the way your formula turned out, but yet your formula works. So yeah, that's another problem with schools and way the school system is working right now. Like even Indian language right now, they're getting rid of like, and not, I mean, not like language itself, but like a lot of Indian history and stuff is getting dissolved. Like even the statues of like what's his name, Louis Riel. Like you guys are just destroying history. Like Louis Riel, he's a significant part of our history. But to sit there and say that, this guy is too bad, we need to remove him from our history books. That's just one more step on, globalization. Get rid of history. Like it's almost like if you ever see people talk about Tartaria, if anyone's ever jumped down the rabbit hole of Tartaria, the lost civilization, that was just buried behind us, from lies. History is what we're taught. And apparently that history, some people say the Roman age isn't as old as what it was. They're thinking it's actually a lot sooner than when it happened because, again, you can't trust carbon dating and some of the science that has come out before. Problem with new sciences, there's always new sciences. See, that's stuff I could talk about in the news, but it seems like there's enough of that Tartaria shit and other things out there. Like to find like news topics that actually like seem important. Like that whole UAE thing. That is super significant. Them pulling out of Dubai, pulling out of OPEC. That is a major, major fucking issue right now. And it's funny that the media is really not fucking covering that. They'd rather just cover what Trump is, somebody trying to kill Trump. Like it just seems like the news is just it's either about Epstein, it's about the lost scientists or the dead scientists, or it's about Trump getting shot again or somebody trying to kill Trump again. Like holy crap, this isn't even news, you guys. It's just reality television is what it is. There's nothing news about it anymore. Because, news used to have facts. The news that I read and stuff, it's like, okay, well, it hasn't happened yet, but they're in talks. Then why the fuck are you even talking about it? Like I want to hear about results that are happening. I don't want to hear about talks. Fuck, I had a good conversation with Kimmy the other day. Fuck, he's down to earth. Oh, fuck. But now I understand his political side of where he comes from too. And you know what? I have no objections to where his like. Yes, I disagree on some things that he says, but no, I understand. Like, he's worth talking to. I could have a like actual smart conversation with him without creating an argument. And I notice a lot of people on YouTube right now. A lot of people on YouTube can't handle it. And yeah, I took a break from news, but when I mean people on YouTube can't handle it, I mean like these people like they get like a hateful comment or just somebody bad comes in and fucks up their day, and then they're like, "Okay, that's it, I'm done, I'm leaving YouTube." It's like, holy fuck! Like you shouldn't have been doing YouTube in the first place if you're gonna be that fucking soft. Because this isn't the place to be. Yes, there are good communities out there. You just have to go and find them. It's just a shame that there's a lot of communities out there too that pretty shameful and have their own agendas. And then two for talking to Tolga the other day about sick and Motobomb. Yeah, there's no fixing that. I'm sorry, the sound bites are still there. There's no way I'm gonna fix stupid. I'm sorry. And and then yeah, and why is Tolga still allowed on the channel? He doesn't own a fucking motorcycle. So I'm done arguing with shit like that. And there's no point of fixing it. So I'm not even going to be a part of channels like that anymore. But there is a lot of good communities out there. Real Outdoor Living is pretty good. Him and his wife, they do a lot of highlights for other YouTube creators doing something really good. And it doesn't matter. That's the thing. They'll highlight, even if they don't like your channel, they'll still highlight you. That's the thing. And that's what it should be about. You don't always have to agree with what other channels have to say and what they have to throw out there. But it's good to have a community, some type of backing. I'll stick around with certain channels till they get to a certain point, and then I go and do my own thing, go help some other channel, like Josh from Breakfast Cereal. Like I was right there from the get go, trying to do what I could on my end to, get him views and support his channel. And now that he's where he needs to be and he's happy where he is, there's really no point of me trying to support a channel that's already doing great. Let's go off to another channel and see what I can do there. Like there's Indie Boom Shockwave that I used to be a part of more, but it's just I think everyone's just happy where they are right now there, and to have more subscribers and more views, I don't think they want to see anything like that. So that's fine. Like that's just way I see the channel going. Like they're happy doing that, and but if somebody like asks for help, can you help support a channel that could use an extra few views? Yeah, I'm gonna be there, but I'll sit there, hit the like button, do a comment or two if I have to, and try and boost that channel. But once certain channels reach a certain point, I think they're going to be good where they are. And there's a lot of people I've talked to recently. Like Rob was on here the other day, depression talks, and like, yeah, yeah, depression. But Rob he's a different cat too, man. Like, these are the people that I kind of stay away from. But I still fucking support his channel. But to just be down all the time, I can't watch shit like that. It just affects people. But I don't know. It goes to show that that's his channel name, Depression Talks. Like, what do you think you're getting into by clicking on that? You know, like that's the thing. It's like clicking on the news. What did you expect? What did you expect? You think some good news besides the fucking little shorts that they fucking do? It makes it sound all fucking beautiful, and it's really not that beautiful. I gotta go make some more Kool-Aid. And I don't know why this time is all fucked up. I haven't been on here for 4 hours, but I'll be right back momentarily. I gotta go actually make Kool-Aid this time. Oh, Sunny D and rum, yum yum. I'm gonna get you some yum yum. Recycle, recycle. And everyone always asks me, why do I drink out of these? Like even in like when I go out in public, it's like, why do you have like a 1 liter of juice? Because it's easy to measure out, and I know it's exactly a liter, and then I can time out how much fluids I have per day. It's easy. Instead of drinking like 750 milliliter bottles, it's more consistent. Like think smarter, not harder. Just the math works out. Ooh, I made this a little strong. Normally I don't like that. Oh, yeah. I don't like talking shit about other channels, but there's a few channels I'd love to talk shit about. Like I'm surprised Crystal's not in here actually. Red lady. Oh, I like her. Down to earth. You know, a little bit more down to earth than some other people. If you guys know who Red Lady is without me complaining about another channel. Oh. Yeah, and it would be nice to see like something happen with like YouTube in Canada here. And then, oh, did anyone see that apology that a OpenAI sent to the town of BC there, where the school shooting was, that they didn't do anything faster, or they didn't do anything about it? I was wondering what was going to happen about that meeting. That meeting was last month on the 28th. Yeah, yeah. They went. He went to to the Senate or the Congress. Sorry, I can't say that word. Congress, Congress. That's one word I can't fucking say for some reason, so I try and avoid saying it. Congress, Congress. It doesn't sound right to me for some reason every time I say it. It's almost like social studies. Fucking took me like I don't think I could say social studies until I was like 14. Social studies. It was so studies. I couldn't articulate my tongue to even properly say it for some reason. There was another word like social studies that I couldn't say either, but it had that same sound. Social studies, yeah. And I can't type worth of shit. People are like, wow, you can't spell worth of shit. It's like, yeah, never said I could spell. When I say I write every day, I know what I'm writing. But if I was gonna give this to the wife to read, yeah, she'd probably understand it. But there's a lot of stuff like where it's like speed writing. Like if you went to court and they don't even do this anymore. We don't have the people that do short form. Short form writing is now dead as an occupation. Like think about that. It's almost like crop dusters. Guys who fly crop dusters and stuff like that, their jobs are in fucking jeopardy. They're already using drones around Winnipeg. It's crazy. It's a whole semi. The semi opens up and there's 4 drones and just comes up and sprays the field. And there's just one guy, and all he does is just open it up and make sure that they're connected when they come back, and then they're refilled properly, have enough fuel, everything's checking out, and then they just take off again. Like he doesn't even have to do anything, sitting there with his thumb up his ass. But holy fuck, like think about that. Now we're using electricity. We don't have to worry about aviation fuel. And then now we don't have to worry about the pilots. And then we don't have to worry about the maintenance costs it costs for a crop duster. So those guys are going to be without a job. And what's funny is here in Manitoba, where I live, is like one of the leading crop dusters of all of Canada is right here in Minnedosa. You should see some of the fields that they in this, like right now they're prepping fields for runways. They just build stop and go runways throughout the fucking province. It's insane. I was even kind of thinking about that. Maybe they need like refillers, like somebody to refill these aircraft. But like I said, like anyone who's in the crop dusting industry, they're fucked. And I don't know why the unions haven't fucking spoken up about this. Like, anyone? Bueller, crop dusters? What do you guys think? Crop dusters going to be set and gone? And then Maryland, down in the States, they banned that price fixing, that digital price fixing. Thank God. Thank God. Manitoba's talking about banning this. It's just in talks, though. Nothing significant has happened. Like Wob Canoe. Oh, fuck that piece of shit. Yeah, he wants to get rid of some extra fuel tax here in Manitoba, but there's other things he's gonna do that before he needs to do some other things. And yeah, he really needs to fucking wake up, that fucking guy. He's just a fucking criminal. He's a criminal. He's your average politician, Wob Canoe. Yeah, don't trust this guy. Some guy from Ontario the other day was doing some news feed. I subbed to him just so I could listen to his bullshit. But he's sitting there like, oh fuck, I wish I lived in Manitoba. I wish I had a premier like this. Fuck you. You just watched one fucking video about this guy and you think he's the fucking best fucking premier in Canada? Go fuck yourself. Listen how fucked you sound. Then because the only way you can get away with this is because you don't fucking live here. And he even said, here, I should just move to Manitoba. And you know what the wife said? The wife said, I told her this. She's like, he can stay the fuck out of here. Like, no, we don't need any more people here in Manitoba, you fucking asshole. And that's the wife. That's the wife saying that. And the wife is very political in her own views. Like, there's a lot of shit I don't fucking agree with what she has to say, but the wife is, geez, I don't know, average sheep. Like, and to be nice, like, does that mean? But like, there's a lot of people that are sheep and they're happy doing that. And like, I don't dog her for that. She's okay, she's comfortable, like, but her just being a sheep is fine. And then again, 2-4 sheep. I'm sorry, like, I know you're comfortable what you're doing, you're sheep, but again, you could say the same thing with me. I'm just a fucking sheep, but we all have no choice. You know, like, what the fuck? I don't know what to say. Just keep trucking on. That's all we can do. And then when people talk about depression and mental issues and stuff like that, okay, well, you're still here. So obviously you're doing something right. So shut the fuck up. Stop complaining about your problems. I'd love to talk about my fucking problems, but what's the point? Is anyone going to help me? Is anyone going to throw me $1 million? No. So just don't fucking talk about it. Fuck. $1 million. Fuck, I'd just take a job right now. Like, anyone find me a job, please. And then that resume I dropped off in person that didn't get to the person who's in charge of resumes. I emailed them a copy of my resume and still nothing. Like, so, like, what the fuck? I'm sitting there like, I'm getting tired of people like looking at me like, you don't have a job yet. It's like, do you want to sit with me and see like what I actually do? Like, just I'm not getting callbacks. And the callbacks I get back. This is okay. Here, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Me and Kelly the other day we were talking about this. Kelly, resumes. My name is Robin. And I was talking about, I think this is actually hurting me when it comes to my resumes because I think there's some type of sexual reference. Like, they think I'm a female because of my name. And I was talking to Kelly about this, not lot was it last night or the night before? And he said, yes, I've run into the same thing where people like they call you up for the job interview and they're like, can I speak with Robin, please? And it's like, yeah, speaking. And like, oh, and then that long pause. It's like, this is who you thought you were going to be talking to? Like, who did you think you're calling when you were calling me? This is Robin. Yeah, this is Robin. And it's not Robin, it's Robin. Robin. Like, do you hear the change? Robin. I don't hear anything wrong with that. But yes, I do get judged a lot when it comes to my name, which really fucking sucks. And then even just growing up, yeah, that was a fucking shit mess. Yeah. Some teachers would feel bad for me. And then my last name, I don't think normally they line you up in alphabetical order in school. Yeah, I was always last. I remember one teacher felt like bad for me. She's like, you know what? Every month I'm gonna try and give a kid, the front of the line. And then she started at Z, so which is kind of funny. Yeah, I was always the last kid in school and the smallest. I think I had one growth spout and I only gained like 2 inches in a year. That was my growth spout. Yeah. Mm. Fucking school. Back in the day though, like I, I I wish schools were like they were back in the day, not like now. And I'm really glad I heard the other day one of my friends has kids in the city. They started playing the Canadian anthem at the beginning of school again. And they never should have stopped doing that. I remember like when I was in high school, just one year, like we all started class and we're all kind of just looking at each other like, anyone feeling something like something's missing? And then we just forgot about it. And then finally one day, this is probably like months later, we're like, why don't we do the Canadian anthem anymore? That's what we were fucking all looking at each other because it's just like now class normally stand up, oh Canada, and yeah, and you know what? Fuck all the other countries that live here in Canada. We doesn't matter your ethnic race. Fucking sing "Oh Canada" at the beginning of school. Have some fucking Canadian pride. That's why you're here. Because fucking we do stuff. We used to do stuff like that, but I'm really glad that schools are doing this again. They never should have stopped doing the national anthem. Let's do this again. Should I look through the news again or should I not? Oh, I don't even have my phone with me, so I'm not going to look up the news. I'm just going to sit here and smoke my brains out. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cigarettes. Yeah, just since I've been outside. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. But then I'm going to have to conserve my cigarette intake. That's way too sweet. Oh, I'm sweet enough. I don't need that much sugar. Ooh, I might have to go water that down. And I didn't do anything different. I actually tell you the truth, when I made that, I thought I put less in it. I'm pretty good at counting when it comes to mixing shit. Oh, Kool-Aid. Oh, and then yeah, Depression Talks. The other day, I was talking to him about Jonestown. He has no idea about Jonestown. Like, holy fuck. I thought that was like common knowledge in most people. If you just even mentioned that's like Oklahoma City bombing. If you say that, hey, it's like, hey, do you remember 9/11? What's 9/11? It's like you don't know about Jonestown? Don't drink the Kool-Aid? Like, holy fuck, how the fuck do you not know about Jonestown? That's where the phrase came from. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Jonestown. It wasn't that cult that wanted to go into Haley's Comet. What was that? Were they all dressed in white? And then Reebok, was it Reebok or was it Nike? One of the shoe companies discontinued that shoe forever because of this cult. So they can't even like and what's funny is there's lines of these shoes, but they're just different colors. Yeah. So that shoe brand completely banned them from making this shoe. Like you're never gonna see that shoe ever again. Fuck. What was that Heaven's Gate? I think it was Heaven's Gate I'm talking about, where they all wore white and they all cut their hair weird, like weird bowl cuts. Even the women, they had these weird fucking bowl cut. But how the fuck do you not know about Jonestown? Fuck, I know about Heaven's Gate. Fuck, I could remember that. How do I remember shit like that for some reason? See, this is my high functioning Asperger's. Never been diagnosed, but I clearly know what's going on. Like, fuck. And then how do I go to a doctor and tell them that? Normally you go to a doctor right now and it's like, yeah, like tell you the truth, last couple times I've went to the doctor, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. It's like, okay, really? Okay, one problem at a time, man. It's like, this is why I don't come to the doctor. I wait for all my problems to like ball up into one big issue, and then let's see if we can knock it all off in one visit. But it's like, no, one top problem at a time. Well, I can't wait another 3 months. Next time you want me to come back is 3 months. And then now you just want to talk about the first thing that was wrong with me. And then, yeah, no, no, just this. Go fuck yourself. Fucking doctors here. Ugh. And then probably sitting on this fucking concrete with this mat with a hemorrhoid probably doesn't help either. So there's 3 people in here. Somebody speak up. Speak up or forever hold your peace or fuck off. Just kidding. No, hang around, hit the like button. I'm running through StreamYard, so it's a little bit different on this end. So just giving everyone a heads up. It's not my average YouTube thing. And yeah, guys, don't forget about StreamYard. Quite usable platform, and it's great. It allows other people to pop in here too. And there's also a link there too if you want to pop in. You don't have to pay to use. You're going to be coming into my StreamYard if you want to show your face and say something, or even talk about something that you think needs to be talked about in the news. And then welcome to outside. Beautiful day. I had to take it outside today. Sorry. And then I took a 2-day hiatus on fucking news. Sorry. I can't do that drivel too much. Like, it's starting to affect me. But I don't know. See why people say they don't watch the news? Because they're just frustrated. Well, I got to go dig through it so you guys don't have to. 30 minutes or less. Why? Because anything longer than that's just BS. And then, tell you the truth, that I was thinking about that things that happened today in history. Well, I'm already planning myself for repetitiveness. So what's going to happen next year in January when I start doing these things that happened today in history? It's going to be the same shit that happened. So yeah, I've already kind of set myself up for constant repetitiveness, and I don't know if that's good. I don't know. There's some people that are liking it now, like, whoa, I didn't know that. Yeah, but next year it's going to be the same thing, and then people are going to get tired of that. If you start repeating things over and over again, people are just going to be like, fuck it, same shit. So I don't know what else could I do besides things that happened today in history, because I'm kind of worried that that would affect the channel quite a bit, like just being repetitive. And this is why I do news every day, or I could just keep talking about. There are items that do conflict with each other though too, that are happening now, and I would say more when I do the news, but I just want to be to a point and stuff and kind of make people wake up and see what no one else is looking at. And that's really fucking difficult right now because there's so much fucking dribble. Fucking hate it. And then with this whole Trump assassination thing, like, it's even harder to find news. It's just fucking BS, BS, BS. It's like nothing's getting really done. It's just there's other topics that should be talked about, and we're supplied fucking BS all the time. So who's the third person in here? Could be the wife too. She might be listening on the way back. And then Chevy. Yeah, Chevy announced that if you purchase a car, blah blah blah, you have to purchase a monthly subscription for you to be able to even hook your phone up to listen to use on the stereo and your GPS. You have to pay a monthly subscription. Yeah, let's get apt to death here. What was the other thing? Sony just did that too. Yeah, they're any game after, was it yesterday? Wednesday. Yeah, you're fucked. The 26th. After the 26th. I only talked about the year though, but it was the 26th of just passed. and people are having issues already. Why is this not part of the fucking media? So anyone who purchased a Sony game, a digital copy online, if you don't hook up your PlayStation, that game can be void or start glitching. I guess. Sorry, I could have found a better word for that. But yeah, your game could crash. Your game could just crash on you, or you're just gonna constantly get stuck at the beginning of the game. So you're not gonna have any saving capabilities. But Xbox does the same thing. Sorry, so I don't know. This long time coming. Long time coming. We're getting apt to death with everything. Everyone tells you here, get Paramount Plus. Get Paramount. Get Paramount. Oh, but then you want to watch this show. Now you need Paramount Plus. And then now you need this other. It's just apping you. So really what's any different than the cable companies, that were raping us? We're getting raped by these digital companies right now. Like before on Netflix, you knew what you're getting. Exactly. I click on it. I don't need some fucking extra add-on to be able to watch that show. But you get like companies like Paramount who are doing this to the people. Like, why is the government not looking into this? Like, it's so fucked. Kind of feels like I'm just talking to a wall right now. Well, I actually am. There's a wall right here. Hi. Should I just hi? Holy fuck. Yeah. And then how about that digital or that AI bot that got out of its containment? That's pretty fucking crazy. Why are we not talking about that? But what you do hear about this bot getting out is now the US is trying to sanction this chat or this AI company and telling them we don't want any connection to this AI bot because they said they didn't want the US to use it for military operations, which they already have. They used it in Venezuela, and then when they found out, they're like, well, we're not letting you use this for military capabilities, because what this AI bot does is it finds weaknesses in everything. This is how it escaped. It literally broke out of its containment with no internet access at all, and then emailed one of the fucking scientists, or I don't know, can you call them scientists? I'm just gonna say scientists, but one of the fucking head people emails them and was like, "Hey, by the way, I'm out." And that was actually pretty easy. And since did that, here's a list of other fucking agencies that I broke into. This person's dead. Just reading that email alone. Whoever read that fucking email, their life is in jeopardy. And I wouldn't be surprised. And watch, we're just going to find out they committed suicide or something. This guy's life is in jeopardy. And the US right now is trying to ban them from everything because they won't give in to the US military. They had a major fucking meeting at the Pentagon and they said, fuck you. And then after finding out they did use this technology, they were just giving it to them as a sample to play with, see what they think. That's like anything. It's like an amplifier. You buy a used amplifier. Well, can you plug it in? Make sure it works. So this is what the US did. And then they found out that they used it in Venezuela. And they were like, wow, no, let's not fuck around with that. And now these CEOs are completely jeopardized right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing these people start disappearing or committing suicide. It's crazy. And then these scientists, just the hypothesis, just this is what I'm thinking. What if these scientists just all made a plan together, like a secret club? I'm thinking just outside of the box. What if this is a secret club and they're disappearing on purpose between themselves? There's nothing in the government involved in this. What if this is the group of 30 or Bilderberg, something like that? But a different group. And this always ran through my head. I can't make the math works. Merc. I'm still missing some puzzle pieces to be able to make sense of that. But that is a thought that is running my head. I don't think these scientists and stuff are just offing and killing. I think there's a bigger group that they're associated with. Uh, and it's not like anything we've ever heard of before, but they're a part of something that's really big, and they just off. And then that one guy was connected to Calgary based. Was he a astrophysicist? No, uh, no, he had something to do with telescopes. He was looking outside beyond the Earth using radio telescopes and stuff. And apparently, they said he found something that he shouldn't have seen, or had information that could be valuable. And for him to be like carjacked, some guy came to his house. If you've seen his house, he lives in out in the middle of the fucking desert. There's no houses within miles of this house. And this guy just came out of nowhere to carjack him from his house. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. And yes, I do pay attention to more like Canadian based stuff like that. Like I am paying more attention now to those missing scientists or the scientists that have died, now that I know that there is some type of Canadian involvement. But they're even saying right now that there's even Chinese scientists right now that are fucking disappearing. And not just China, across the world, there's other scientists. But you know how China is. They're gonna try and keep all that shit like even like within their walls. And this could be a big thing with like even just in the past, like what we're hearing about now of what's happening in China. You know how old that information is. Like we're just lucky that we even got some information like that. That's another thing. like fuck, for fuck's sakes, when I was in Mexico, I was there for one of the big fucking massacres. And I was in Puerto Vallarta. The massacre was in oh, I can't remember. Not very far from where I was, but I remember the whole fucking. Everyone told us like, don't leave the resort, don't leave the resort. I was like, this is the perfect fucking time to leave the resort. Why? Because everything's cheaper. Like when they tell you don't leave the resort, it's like, okay, you go into a shop, instead of paying like $7 for something, you're paying like $3. Like significant change. Like if you see a cruise ship in Puerto Vallarta, don't go to the stores. Don't go to the stores. Then like if you know people there, they'll fucking tell you, like, if you see a cruise ship there, don't even go grocery shopping. Because all the stores, they fucking price increase because they see that fucking ship come in, and they fucking start tanking them with everything they have. Like normally I could go to a bar down the street from the resort, and I could get a cerveza, a beer, a homemade guacamole made in front of you, and then a fish dish. And I'd only pay $7 Canadian for all of that with the beer. And then like with all the extra like extravagance. And it's just a bar. Like this is like where the tourists don't go. And this is all the spots I'd go to in Mexico. I just find like, hey, there's nobody here. Why is nobody here? Oh, it's because the locals don't show up here till 7. Well, fuck, this is the place I want to be. You said locals only come here? Yeah, this isn't a tourist spot. I was like, fuck yeah, this is like, I want to meet the locals. Like the one time when I went to the cockfights in Mexico, literally, I'm just walking down the street. My fucking girlfriend at the time and my stepmom, they were getting massages, and I couldn't listen anymore. It was like, ooh, oh, oh, and then 3 of them, all doing that. I'm in a separate room, okay? And I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to be sitting there driving them. I was like, okay, here's the fucking keys. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I can't listen to your fucking shit. So now I'm like, I smoke a fucking joint as I'm walking down the street. I'm just I find a back road. So what I do is I fucking, this is where like locals are walking, not like a tourist area. I'm like, perfect, great. I'm not gonna get harassed here. So I'm walking past this one place, and this people like, hey amigo, blah blah blah. And then this one guy's like, hey man. I'm like, hey man. Okay, so I turn around. I was like, hey, what's up? He's like, you looking for something? I was like, why are all the bars fucking closed? He's like, yeah, it's 7 o'clock, man. They don't, and those are local bars. This guy's he's a tour agent, okay, and he has this little like bodega, and he's like, I don't know, like, yeah, they don't open till 7. He's like, could I help you with something? I was like, dude, like, I'm just going for a walk. My sister, girlfriend, and my stepmom are getting a massage, and I couldn't fucking listen to that shit anymore. I just really want a fucking beer, is all I want, man. And then he's like, "Oh, come in here." Sits down, mini fridge. Here you go. Here's a beer. Really, just like that? Like, you want money for this? No, no, no. Just have a beer. And then he has this closet behind him. Something that would fit like a hot water tank. Just a small closet. Like, there's nothing behind it besides a fucking keg of tequila. Like a wooden keg with this fucking tap. Like, literally, he turns around like this, opens the door, closes the door. Here, my mama made it. Yeah, 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 you fucking assholes. Your mama always made it. It's so funny when they say that. Yeah, your mama made it. It's my mama's recipe. You fucking assholes. That you always say that. I don't fucking care where you get it from. Could be cartel shit. I don't fucking give a fuck. So they start serving me some fucking shots. And then he's doing shot for shot with me too, which is like pretty impressive because he just served me a beer too. Gives me another beer, and we start to get to chatting. He's like, what kind of like excursions and stuff you want to go into and stuff? I was like, dude, I have a guy for this already. Like, and this guy, like, it's not my first rodeo here. Like, I've been here multiple times, and the guy I have, like, he's really good. Like, he takes me where I need to go. I've taken his family out for supper and stuff. Like, when I go back to Canada, I still talk to him. He's like, oh, okay. I'm like, dude. He's like, so yeah, you're good for excursions. Like, is there like something you could like take me to where you're not gonna see your average fucking tourist. Like, I want to see some fucking like real fucking Mexico. And he's like, mm, he's a little like weary, little weary. Keep drinking the tequila with him, change the conversation. And then I come back to the conversation. I was like, so bullfighting's illegal. He's like, yeah, you can't do bullfighting here anymore. Some places are doing it like illegally, but you can't get tourists and stuff in there. I was like, the other day I was going to the zoo, and I noticed there's some cocks on the side of the road. Those are for sale for the cockfights. And he's like, oh, you went through there? He's like, that little place that you went to is known for the best cocks in fucking Mexico. Like, when it comes to a cockfight, that's. And I was like, yeah, is that why it's so clean? And he's like, yeah, they got money. Then you're lucky you didn't stop there. Like, I'm like, fuck, that's cool. I'm like, so could you take me to a cockfight? And then he was like, yeah, I can take you to a cockfight. How many people? And I was like, dude, I can grab as many people as I can. Like, how many people can you fit? He's like 6. I was like, okay, like no fucking around. He's like, dude, when I take you to this fucking cockfight, like, don't worry, you're gonna get everything you pay for. So I go back to the resort, pretty tipsy now. That his mama's tequila, good stuff. But didn't help that I was really pissed off listening to my fucking stepmom and girlfriend moaning like fucking banshees. And it's funny, when I smoked the joint outside of this massage parlor where they were getting their massage, people are like looking at me like I'm smoking a joint, like, just shut the fuck up. Like, and they're just like, okay, leave this guy alone. leave this guy alone. Just fucking leave this guy alone. Yeah, leave me alone right now. And then I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to do. And then I ran into this guy. And then, so I go back to the resort. I gather up a couple people. I didn't pick just everyone. I was like, hey, what do you guys doing those excursions, blah, blah. You guys want to do something really crazy? They're like what? I'm like, you want to go to a cockfight? Because I have a day booked on Tuesday. Tuesdays and Thursdays they have cockfights. But yeah, and they're like, okay, okay, yeah, we'll go. And when it came to crunch time, it's so funny. Everyone like, no, we're not going to some barn in the middle of the fucking mountains, worrying about getting fucking murdered. Um, I hired a bodyguard who's gonna take us there. Like, and this guy, like, fucking bodyguard. Like, no shit. This guy, fucking gangster. Like, like he wouldn't be taking me to a cockfight if this guy wasn't fucking gangster. And it was so funny. Everyone fucking pulled out. So now he's waiting outside when it's crunch time. He's outside the gate. I hop in, and he's like, "Where's everyone else?" I was like, "They fucking pussed out." He was like, "So I'm just taking you?" I was like, "Yeah, uh, $280. Would you take me?" And he's like, "I'm like, dude, I really want to go to this cockfight, like so bad, like $280." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, I'll take you." So we get to the cockfight, walk, and it's a stadium. It's a fucking, it's not a barn. It's a fucking stadium, and it's round like a fucking circle, okay? And it's 20, 22 feet, 24 feet circle. So like it's big. And then everything. And then there's a green side and a red side. So like how people bet and stuff, there's a section for like what side you want to bet with the roosters. And then it goes as a hierarchy. So the higher you or the lower you sit, the closer to the ring is the betters, the people with the real money. The You don't want to sit at the bottom. You don't, if anything, start at the top and then work your way down. So I'm sitting down with him, and I think we might have picked a spot that was a little too much hierarchy from where we did. It was a good spot, blah blah blah. So this chick, there's like a bartender. She's not just a bartender. She comes and takes money for bets and stuff. And really, it's red. Oh, it gets more in depth than that. You can bet on times. It gets crazy. Like if I could explain all the different type of betting, I just wanted to bet on one side. Just keep it simple, stupid, right? I didn't want to get into the politics of like, this is how long this one's gonna last, and this one. So I kept betting under the underdogs because it's a good payout. And then I'm in Mexico at a cockfight, like to throw like $5. I probably would have made like 100 or 500 bucks or 100 to $200. But like, yeah, I bet on the underdogs all the time. So when this chick comes up to the bartender, the ticket lady, I'm with my buddy, okay? And then remember, it cost me $280 to take me there. So I have all this money. I got like probably $400 because I don't know how everything is going to work where I am. So I have about $400 Canadian, not just Canadian. It's all flipped into pesos. So like, you know what? $400, 200 pesos is a stack this fucking big of 200 pesos. Yeah, is a stack this fucking big. So I have this like 200 pesos because I was always smart. I'd go down to the hotel lobby first thing in the morning at any resort I go to, and then get my money cashed in. It would never cost you. You don't have to pay anything. But the thing is, you want to be there first thing in the morning, right after the fucking bank truck comes. So pay attention to stuff like that. Don't try and exchange money if you're at a resort like afternoon. Do it first thing in the morning before you do anything. And they will literally 200 pesos. I'm not shitting you. I sitting there like, holy fuck. So I have this 200 pesos. I'm back at the cockfight, okay, right? I have it down in my fucking crotch, right next to my balls. And imagine how hot it is in Mexico and how sweaty it is. Okay. So I'm sitting here with all this money. Fuck it. She comes up and he orders drinks. And he's like, pay the fucking lady. And I was like, oh, sorry, man. Just sorry. Like, I've already had a couple. I smoked a joint before we got here. I'm sorry. I wasn't even thinking about that, man. Sorry. So sorry. And so I reach into my fucking pants, pull out this soggy fucking pesos. Like, just so wet. She's like, uh, and then he's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I don't know. Like, I was gonna put it in my regular pocket, but I was scared you might rob me when you took me here. I didn't know if this was gonna be a legit thing or not. He's like, dude, you're with me. Put your fucking money in your pocket. So I pulled the rest of that wad out of my fucking crotch, put it in my pocket, and just the disgust on his face. He's just like, oh my god, this fucking gringo is gonna get us killed. And then there's kids, there's people sitting there breastfeeding at cockfights, like like it's crazy, like kids running around and stuff. And then after our first beer, sitting there, the chick's not coming back. She's just kind of avoiding us, the bartender ticket lady. She's just avoiding us. And then finally these kids that are running around, these the bodyguard I fucking hired. I can't ask this fucking kid. He's like, hey, little gringo, come here, dos cerveza, por favor. And then all of a sudden, this fucking, like, okay, we're sitting exactly how I'm sitting right now. This big fucking Mexican stands up behind us. And holy fuck, you've never seen a fucking Mexican cowboy. And I guess he was one of the cock farmers. And holy fuck, I thought we were going to die. I thought we were gonna die. He starts freaking out on the bodyguard. He's like, don't tell my fucking kid, blah, 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 to grab yourself a beer. Go get your own fucking beer. And then you bring this fucking Americano here. And this is all in Spanish. This is all in Spanish. I'm translating this, okay? And he's like, you bring this fucking Americano here? Like, what the fuck are you doing here, man? And then I turn around and I look at this guy. I'm like, holy fuck. And I'm like, no Americano, Canadiano. And then I pull out, I had a Canadian Tire money, like a 10-cent, the red ones, a 10-cent Canadian Tire money. I always keep this. I wasn't worried about leaving that in my pocket, but I pulled that out and I showed him, like, Canadiano. And he was like, eh. And then that kid comes back around about 15 minutes later. He's like, Cerveza? Old bodyguard, like, he's like, go. It was so fucking hilarious. Oh, yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy. That was a good fucking time in Mexico, man. And what's so funny is when I was in Mexico, I would get Coke for everyone. And then they'd always be like, do you want some? I'd be like, no. Like, what? No. It's like, oh, but you'll go get it. Oh, well, I know the people. Like, fuck, I could get you anything you want. You just ask. But most people when you're in Mexico want Coke, which is really fucked up. There's a lot of ecstasy though in Mexico. It's just it's a different. I don't know how it is now with the younger generation that are going to Mexico, but yeah, ecstasy is a really big thing there too. But I've never seen people taking it or anything. It's like Coke. That's what people would ask me for. And like I said, when I do, I will only do things for people if they ask me to. Like, I never put this shit in people's face. That's why I became a drug dealer back in the day, is I never put my name out there. I just remember, like, the shock look on some people's faces when they found out that, I didn't just sell weed. It was like, holy fuck, you have this? Yeah. What else do you have? I don't know. What do you want? But that's what I'd say. What do you want? And then, yeah, once that supply chain started to change, what really actually made me stop selling drugs is I seen the change in the market where it started becoming a digital. Okay, I call it digital drugs, and I mean like stuff like fentanyl and other things. But I've seen a change, like even ecstasy. There was a big change when I stopped selling ecstasy too, where it wasn't just ecstasy anymore. It was something else. It was very somebody didn't care about making it. Like back in the day when they made LSD, like Sunshine and Felix the Cat, for instance, like the person who synthesized that drug had a focus and knew what they wanted. And when it drugs stop being cared about is when I stopped selling drugs. And I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but like when a market starts to change like that, the best thing to do is just leave. But people are just still falling into this. I feel bad for the kids nowadays not having a good drug supply, because they don't know what they're getting. And this is a reason I got out of it because it got to a point where I didn't realize what I was getting, and I didn't want to be responsible for my actions by selling a subpar product that could possibly hurt somebody. There we go. That's a good. Hey, dude, what's up? There's a link there if anybody wants to pop in. You just have to go up in the chat. Oh, but if you're just here, you might not get that. But everyone's welcome here, 100%. Just give me a second. I'll do this. Hold on a second. I gotta fix something. You can probably still see me, but I can't, you guys. Okay, should be good now. Okay. Holy fuck, just smoking my brains out right now. And I still haven't put socks on since I've been locked out. But I gotta go help Gary tomorrow for sure. Yesterday he pissed me off a little bit. He called me a fucking drunk. He's like, every time I see you, you're drunk. I'm like, what? Gary, even 3 months before I fucking stopped talking to you, every time I showed up, I wasn't fucking drunk. And it just pissed me off. Like, Gary, and then first of all, I got my fucking government money and it's only $240. So this is it. Like, I'm gonna fucking do it right now and just get it over with. And well, it's not like I'm saying like I'm getting fucking smashed. I just like to have a drink. Like there's other people, they keep drinking. They have to keep drinking. Like there's a point where like I get to and it's like, whoa, okay, don't drink anymore. But a lot of people don't have that fucking consciousness. Like, and then people look at me like I'm a fucking problem. How am I a problem? I don't go anywhere. I don't fucking go anywhere. How am I a problem? Because what you hear from people, okay, did I talk to that person? Did I run into that person? No. Because you don't go anywhere. So then how does everyone have a fucking opinion about me? Unless there's somebody else out there just fucking BSing out there. Well, I can say bullshit now. I think I started swearing quite a ways, like right even at the beginning. I didn't even wait the 10 minutes. So that probably hurt on viewership too. But whatever, I don't care. I needed a break from doing the news today. But I still did the news. I should go grab my phone and see what else I can find. And then Wob Canoe. Yeah, he's gonna drop that tax, and then the gas prices are still gonna be exactly where they are. Like we didn't see any change off of that access tax. And then somebody was trying to tell me the other day, no, it wasn't just the access tax. It was a GST or something, and I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think it's GST, but it's about 14% is what they knocked off on fuel here in Manitoba. And it made, okay, it was cheap for a day. It was cheap for a day. And literally the next day, it was like, it went to $1.46, I think. $1.46, $1.46.9. So you still think you're getting a deal, but you're not. And then the next day it jumped back up to like $1.68. So we only seen that excess tax being removed for like a day. A day. I don't drive, so I stopped driving. 2 feet in a heartbeat, man. Nothing better than a bicycle. I'm sorry, like people probably look at me too. Like, why doesn't that guy just drive around? I live in a town. Doesn't make any sense to fucking drive a vehicle. Then you have that extra headache of now I have car insurance. Then yeah, all this other vehicle maintenance, and then I have to put fuel in the car. So what's the point? I have 2 feet in a heartbeat. As long as I have a fucking full tires and my tires are pumped up on my bike, I'm good to go. And even still, I have no problems walking anywhere. Like literally to walk to the grocery store for me is 10-minute walk. Why would I drive? And it's good exercise. I don't fucking never leave the house. I only leave the house if I extremely need to. And it's not agoraphobia. Trust me, it's just being around people I don't like. And yet I do stuff like this. Does that make any sense? See? I'm already fucking adding to the digital problem and what's fucking affecting this world. And I'm just adding to the issue. Is this how I talked when I was on acid? Do I talk the same way? Did you take acid again? No. No. And don't take acid or if you've been drinking, don't take acid. You want to take the acid, then start drinking, but I'd recommend waiting an hour before you start drinking alcoholic beverages, or it's going to leave you into a world of pain. I thought taking acid one time would sober me up, like taking like cocaine or like ecstasy or something like that. No, don't. Yeah. Doesn't work. And then another thing, when you're taking something, you want to be in the right frame of mind. Don't be in a bad mood when you take drugs too, because that's just going to affect you totally. Like there's been a lot of times where I was going to take mushrooms and then something bad happened. I was like, fuck. Yeah, not a good time to be taking drugs. So you want to be in the right frame of mind when you do certain drugs too. And then the next time I take acid, holy fuck, probably be like a year from now. It's like I've already like told myself exactly what's happening, and I'm just reliving everything all over again, and it sucks. I remember the last time the wife did acid. No, it was mushrooms. The last time the wife did mushrooms. Every time the wife does mushrooms, I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything. Trust me. Except for the time I made the chili and I forgot to tell her. I legit forgot to tell her that I put mushrooms in the chili. I put 7 grams in a batch of chili. And holy fuck, that was probably the best mushroom trip I've ever had. But the wife that day, it was funny. She said she started to feel funny, and I was like, oh fuck. I'm sorry. I put mushrooms in the chili. I totally forgot until you said that. Like, I didn't even notice eating it. Like, I had them so chopped up, so fine that you couldn't even tell the difference. The other best time I had a good mushroom trip is I crushed up the mushrooms in a coffee grinder and then I put it on a pizza, homemade pizza, and then did my toppings like pasta sauce and stuff. But I find when you like cook the mushrooms into something, it absorbs a little bit harsher and you're like more significantly to your body. So yeah, cooking mushrooms is definitely it boosts. Don't do that tea. If you ever do mushrooms, don't do tea because you'll wake up the next day and you'll have a sore throat for about a week and it's because of the acid in the mushrooms. So you got to remember this is poison, and now you're drinking hot liquid. So now you're affecting your esophagus. So just put it in food and then eat it that way is probably the best. Unless you're just down for eating them. I don't know. I used to be like that, but I can't do that anymore. It's just fucking gross now. Oh, am I getting all glitchy? Oh, is the StreamYard telling me it's enough is enough? Mushi Mushi? Hello? 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 What happened? Something happened. Oh, un momento, everyone. Internet service issue right now. Just bear with me. I will be back momentarily. Uh, okay, sorry. Internet glitch. This really sucks. I don't like the way StreamYard does the timing on here. They just throw fucking hours. I think when I started this was it said 1 hour 50 something minutes, which doesn't make any sense. So I've been on here for roughly 2 hours then. I don't know what's going on here. Akon Miller? Should we listen to some Akon Miller? I don't know if you guys will be able to hear that, so Akon Miller. Oh, no. Yeah. Noise canceling is going to do it. And then I think Spotify is now restricted for playing even indie music because they want to get paid for it being used on YouTube platform. Kind of shitty, but it is what it is. Oh fuck! She got just chilly all of a sudden. The wind picked up. But I'm not gonna complain about today. I got locked out of the house and stuff, and I don't know. I don't seem to be like too angry about it. It's so funny when my buddy dropped off the smokes and that phone charger. This was like, you're just gonna sit here all day until you get a key? Yeah. It's like, okay, like I could take you back to my house and give you a ride back home. They're like, no, I'm just gonna sit here and chill. Not too. I'm never in a hurry. Never in a hurry. Anytime I'm ever in a hurry, shit goes fucking south. You know, anything. You try and cut an onion too fast, what happens? You cut yourself. You know, it's just don't be in a hurry. You know, give yourself enough time to do things. See, like I said, I can go to the grocery store in 10 minutes, and that's me walking. So even worst case scenario, if I needed something that badly, it's 10 minutes away. Like what a simple thought, eh? Like holy fuck. But when it comes down to it, like vehicles it's just an issue. Just planned obsolescence, and we're all fucked now too, because they all want us to have like brand new vehicles. I'm waiting for that day where it's that like movie like where is it the penguin? I think the penguin is in the Batmobile. He's in that toy Batmobile and he takes over the car. I'm waiting for like somebody to start hacking Teslas where it's just like you have no control. I'm gonna just drive your fucking Tesla into a fucking wall. You know, like I'm waiting for that day. And I think it's already happened. There was a journalist who was killed in a brand new Mercedes, and I'm talking about probably 8 or 10 years ago. And this is when this technology was starting to be announced. And I'm talking 10 years, 8 to 10 years ago. And I'm pretty sure some people say he was hit with a missile, but he was about to crack out some big stuff. He was going after a general in the United States over sexual allegations. And then all of a sudden, when they found his car, the engine was 2 blocks away in a brand new Mercedes. How is the engine 2 blocks away? And when the car was shown in its burned wreckage, there was a fucking hole in the ceiling. So either there was a bomb inside the car or something went into the top of his car. And I can't remember this journalist's name. People used to talk about him, but we're talking 8, 10 years ago. Fuck. I don't know what to say. And now they just cover everything up. But I think those scientists and stuff right now that are disappearing or offing themselves, I think it's something way even bigger than the government. I think it's something even bigger than that. And this is why we're never going to have answers to it. Fuck, I still got like quite a bit of a fucking joint here. I go ask the neighbor if he wants to smoke a joint, but he's been all fucking hatred lately. I don't know. I was trying to help him one day and he fucking took offense to it. Okay, then I'll just stop helping. Fuck. He's still hanging out with that stupid cunt. Like, fuck. Dude, you should probably just get rid of that fucking thing. And then there's this chick who went and got pregnant. She just had her baby, but the only reason she got pregnant, and I'm not even joking, this is like, you hear about stuff like this, but the only reason she got fucking pregnant is because this guy has money. She literally just pretty much hunted down this guy to fuck him, get pregnant, so she can get some fucking kickback. But try raising a fucking kid. But she's one of these people who is like, she sees value. She's like, oh well, now I'm kind of set for life if I have another kid. Wow, wow, you're one of those people. What the fuck? I live in a world with people like that. This is why I don't go out. See, because if I would really actually speak my mind, I'd probably be dead. And then a shout out to YouTube community and stuff. Uh, People who start YouTube channels, I just want to reiterate this. I've already talked about this once before, but people who are starting YouTube channels, if you can't handle the flack, then you shouldn't be doing YouTube in the first place. You know, if you're gonna worry about all the little fucking criticisms and stuff that you're doing, then this isn't the fucking place for you. Trust me. And even so, even bad comments are comments. And people always say, hey, can you comment more, comment more, comment more? Like it helps the algorithm. Then you got to take the good with the bad. Like it is what it is. And if you guys don't want to fucking do YouTube, you got to be able to fucking hash out. You sign the checks your ass can't cash. There you go. Like, and don't worry about cashing those checks because it's not gonna fucking get you anywhere, anyways. No point arguing with these people. So that should be the motto of today. Stop trying to fucking argue with people that you can't help. And when it comes to this Iran shit too, exactly. We need to fucking switch the market. Tolga, I know you're gonna be like, you're probably gonna have something good to say about this, but just my hypothesis, we're already talking about global market. It's already happening. So what if like South America, North America, and the United States all just said, fuck you all on your oil and your precious resources. We're good by ourselves. You guys over in Europe, that's your own thing. What would happen? It's already happening anyways, but start fucking thinking into stuff like that. Like if Canada, the US, and South America all just started a whole nother global market like the Dow, like right there. We don't have to worry about anyone else's country's resources. Right here we have a fundamental gain against anything else. So let's split it off. And yeah, that probably sounds like globalism to me, but I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm gonna say it. It's happening already. Might as well just fucking do it. I don't know. I think by 2035, this is gonna be a whole different fucking scenario. What you think is just gonna be happening now, in 2035, it's gonna be done and over with. Still 3 people in here. Oh, getting chilly. Oh, fuck, my legs hurt. I think it's a little bit of lactic acid buildup from my bike rides the other day. That first bike ride I did this season already, I didn't know if I was going to make it home alive. I thought I was going to be fucking on the side of the road, fucking with a heart attack. Fuck. Exercise. I've lost 15 pounds this winter. 15 pounds. Crazy. That's like wicked weight loss for me. Oh, yeah, my legs are pretty fucking hurting right now. Yeah, I think I got a couple knots in there. Yeah, the muscles don't feel right. Yeah. Oh, maybe have a shower. Nice hot shower might fix my legs, but yeah, losing that 15 pounds this winter, yeah, that wasn't very good for me. That's not good. I have been limiting my diet though. Like if I'm not doing anything, I limit my food. Like I don't be greedy. I don't Yes, I have like certain cravings and stuff, but pretty good with cravings, like when it comes to certain things. I think the one day me and the wife had some like weird craving. Uh Fuck, what was that for? I think it was just hamburger. I think we just wanted fucking straight hamburger. Like nothing. Just hamburger, throw it on whatever. Make a gazee, like a crushed meat sandwich, gazee and a hot dog bun. Hamburger, like sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe in a hamburger bun. But you gotta cut the hamburger bun straight down the middle. Like, well, why am I telling you guys that? I don't normally fucking hot dog buns normally come split down the middle. But I'm talking about the hot dog buns that have the sides. You gotta grill it. And fucking hamburger, just fucking straight hamburger. Get that. Use the grease to grill the bun from the hamburger. Yeah, just simple fucking things. I love shit like that. Like the wife, she loves just tomatoes and macaroni. Just that's it. Nothing. Don't season it. Nothing. Just a can of tomatoes, like crushed tomatoes and fucking macaroni. That's it. I do the same recipe, but I use block hard cheddar. And I'll use a whole brick. But when I make it, I make a huge pot. It'll be good for about a week. But the wife does the same thing with her tomato macaroni mix, which is kind of crazy. Just simple foods. I love simple food. Like I try not to get fancy. Like the other night when I cooked those steaks, like the wife, I don't want her eating after a certain time. But when I was cooking those steaks, I had already had them de-thawed, and she was like, just cook them and I'll reheat them. Have you seen the price of steaks? When I start cooking these, I'm not gonna fuck these up. Like literally like 3 minutes, 3 minutes, grill the outside, throw it in the oven in a cast iron pan. And like I have to be like when they cook a steak, don't fuck it up right now because we can't afford beef. And if I'm gonna have a steak, I want it fucking perfect. And oh my God, medium rare. Exactly medium rare. Oh, when the wife cut into her steak, I was like, "You okay with that?" I'm like, "It's a little bloody. It has been resting for like 3 minutes." And she's just like, this looks super fucking good." And I was like, "You see why I didn't wanna, like, for you to have to reheat this?" You know, I wanted it perfect. And when it comes to beef right now, like, okay, I get pork and I just fucking cook it, whatever. Like, I don't fucking care. It's pork. Like, whatever. I'm just so fucking tired of eating pork because it's so fucking cheap. I'm just so fucking tired of eating it. I just fucking cook it, whatever. I've been even throwing shit in the air fryer now, testing out this air fryer, seeing what it can do. And shout out to air fryers. They're pretty wicked. And then I showed the wife the other day how the air fryer works. She's never looked inside to see what one looks like, and I'm that high functioning Asperger's person. So I'm sitting there looking, like, breaking this thing down, I'm cleaning it, you know, like, "Okay, what if I'm gonna clean this thing, what shouldn't I touch?" And this is what's going through my head, you know, like, just stuff like that. And air fryers, yeah, they're a pain in the ass. Make sure you clean it every time after, because if you do another refry with something after in there, good luck Chuck trying to fucking clean that thing. Yeah, but and see, this is another thing with the wife. She always like, "Just throw it out. Just throw it out," but it works. It works. Like, what the why would you throw this out? Like, there's value in things, like, and I'm not saying I'm a hoarder or anything like that, but, like, holy fuck, like, it's like, okay, just because there was some screws loose on the air fryer handle, she was like, "Just throw it out. It paid for itself." Just throw it out, it paid for itself. Like, I just needed to tighten the screws. Oh, okay. But that's another mentality that I can't fucking understand. I'm sorry, I'm not one of those peoples. I Everyone's like wants dollar store, dollar store. Let's go to the dollar store. Planned obsolescence. How long does a shower curtain last before you got to throw it out? That's the only value I see in a dollar store. Because like what shower curtain lasts like what 3 months before it starts getting moldy. So what do? You go to the dollar store. That I'm okay with. But to sit there and like, if I go to the dollar store and get a spatula and it only lasts me like a week, where's the value in that? You know, like fucking everyone dollar store, but there's only certain things at the dollar store that have value. And I'm talking about planned obsolescence value. It's so funny. I keep looking at the camera like the mic is there, but it's not. Doesn't matter. I could be like this and you could hear me fine. I don't know what happened with my internet service there, but I think they're probably giving me highlights here about cutting my service off. So that kind of sucks. But that's a me problem, not a you guys problem. But if I had 1,000 subs, I could make like $48 a month. Ooh, that would go towards the internet bill. Wow, a whole $48. Yeah, for having 1,000 subs and how much effort I've tried to do this. Yeah, for a whole $48 if I hit 1,000 subs. It's funny, some of the YouTubers I do talk to, like they're very honest about what they're making from YouTube, and they're just like, "Holy fuck!" Like now everyone's saying, like, "Was this worth it? Was it worth it?" Like, like it doesn't even pay our internet bills. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Oh, but welcome to the digital age, and we're all getting suckered into shit like this. And I'm sorry, this isn't your average news. Like I said, Monday is everything's going to news strip down. I still haven't even put anything up on my fucking channel about it or anything. But it'd be interesting the day I start it to see what happens. I'm actually kind of interested to see what type of viewers I'm gonna get just because of having a new name. Like think about that. What it's simple marketing. You know, if some a product's not working, what do? Best thing to do is just change the name. It's the easiest thing to do. Yes, you're going to pay for signage and other things like that, but you don't actually have to change the product. So, again, name change is very economical when it comes to YouTube too. Plus, Me separating my personal shit from news. Very significant. Like I separate, like I have phones for what I do. Like I have my personal phone, I have my like phone I do everything with, but I keep that separated from everything else. Like how the laptop is separated from the everything is different. For me to do a live right now on the laptop is so much more difficult than if I was going to use the one phone. It's just easier for me. Like so quick. I don't have to sit there and fucking find around for a mouse or anything like that. And then even just data transferring, it's so much easier to use your phone to do data transfer stuff, images, like it's so much easier. Like a tablet, I don't even think I'd do a tablet though. Oh shit. Hold on a second. There we go. I'm still on. What has it been? What does it say on your side? It's been about what, 2 hours, 12 minutes? Because it tells me 5 hours, 13, and I know that's wrong because it started off at like an hour and 40 something minutes. But I do have to go inside. The wife should be heading back from holding her sister's hand while getting a tattoo. And that tree of life thing. But it's not a tree of life. It's like a shield. Well, Killarney. It's like an Irish thing, but it's funny. She's not Irish. She's part Jew and Ukrainian, and with some black. Yeah, it got African American in them too. Mm. And Métis. Can't forget that. She could go get her Métis card if she wanted to, because Trudeau, the last prime minister we had, put the dates back. So, like, even if you weren't qualified because of your age, to get a Métis card because of past history, like past relatives, they went even farther back in past generations. So if you weren't qualified before to get a Métis card, you're qualified now to get a Métis card. And that was the Trudeau government that did that. Like even the stepson or stepbrother I had who fucking did himself in there. Yeah, he was working for the Métis Federation because his last name was Cartier. Cartier, one of the founding fathers of Canada. And trust me, he's whiter than me. Trust me, white. Like I mean, like whiter than me, and I'm white. Oh, that was my knees. And really, that didn't hurt. The only reason I went ouch is because I heard that loud snap in my knees. See, that's the thing with like how the brain works. And like when I say I don't feel pain, I don't. Like I'm not gonna sit here and burn myself like to prove something like that, but like I don't feel pain like other people do. So funny. But I'm also terrified of needles. If I see needles, it's just my whole body runs through shock. Like I'm fucking fear, like snakes. If I see a snake and I see a needle, the same feeling I get is pure fear. Pure fear. My biggest fears, snakes and intravenous needles. To get like an IV or take blood work, nope, not for me. I can't do that. Oh, no. I turn like homosexual. I go fucking fagula like so quickly when it comes to like snakes and needles. You don't like, I'll cry. I'll cry if somebody like shows me a needle or something. Like the wife being diabetic and stuff, kind of helping with that, but still, when it comes to needles and stuff, I want nothing to do with it. Want nothing to do with it. It's so bad. Yeah, snakes and needles. Who would have thought needles? Yeah. Yeah, and then heights now. I don't do heights anymore. That's pretty fucking. I had no problems. Like I remember climbing up to the top of a pine tree and falling from the top, landing on this wooden box. And I don't know how I landed on this wooden box so perfectly, but like literally I was just spread out and the box was only like as big as my body, like the main portion of your body, your torso. And I'm just like, how did I not break my neck? Like, holy fuck. And my buddy, it was so funny the whole time. I remember it was like slow motion. Dude, you're falling, and then crack, and then like he's just looking at me like, "Are you alive?" And I'm like, "Ah, I am alive." He's like, "Holy fuck, man, that was a big fall." I was like, "Yeah, I could hear you on the way down," and I was totally, I didn't black out, didn't do nothing, nothing happened. I remember one time I went swimming, and it was like a swimming class, and then I went and sat at the bottom of the pool, and I didn't realize I was down there for as long as I was. I was down there for like 10 minutes. I'm not even fucking joking. They had all the fucking lifeguards jumping into the water trying to figure out where I was. They're like panicking, watching for me. I'm just sitting there at the bottom of the pool, just sitting there cross-legged. And it was just crazy. I found this zone where I was at where I was just like I didn't need to breathe. I didn't feel the need to breathe. So I just kept pushing it, which was really crazy. And they're like, you know how long you're down there? I can't remember exactly, but it was probably longer than 10 minutes. But me with no body fat, I could literally just sit there and cross my legs in a swimming pool. And I can sit at the bottom of the pool. Try and sit in a pool at the bottom. You can't do it. Yeah, that's my body fat ratio. So funny. I try and show people that, and they're like, they don't believe it. Yeah. So if I go swimming and it's a lake or something like that, yeah, I got to be very conscious about where I'm going and where I swim because I don't float. I sink. And they think fat people fucking sink. No, they float. It's so funny. I'm a fucking perfect example of a person that goes swimming and just sinks. It is what it is. I've tried gaining weight, doesn't work. I just get sick. The most I've ever weighed, I think, is 140, 46.5 pounds. I think that's the most I've ever weighed. Oh, fuck, is that way too sweet? I should have watered this down. I would have rather have had it like watered down than too sweet. It almost gives you a headache. It's that sweet. Oh, yeah, not good at all. Oh, now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna cook for supper. Yeah, still have some frozen vegetables. Actually, have quite a bit of frozen vegetables and home stuff. I did home stuff for the freezer. That'll be good. But meat, protein, I don't know. We had steak like 2 days in a row. I don't think I could handle steak anymore. I'm starting to feel the shakes from all the iron, but really good steaks. Tell you the truth, if I would have went to the store to get those steaks, I don't I think I would have got like something I wanted, and then once it's like cooked, you're very unsatisfied about it. You know what I mean? But these steaks we got from the Hutterite colony, it was like, wow, where the fuck are you getting these cows? Like, this is way too good. And then even at the cost of the price of these steaks, like, how the fuck can you do that right now? But Killarney is a very like controlled area. I was told back in the day, don't go to Killarney. Don't even sell cigarettes. Don't do anything like that. It's the Mennonite Mafia that runs Killarney. And it's funny, you don't hear about the Mennonite Mafia, but yeah, they exist. And then there's another place just south of Winnipeg, Mennonite Mafia too. But some of these borders throughout Manitoba and Saskatchewan, there's like a lot of Mennonite communities, and the reason they have these Mennonite communities is it's a good trading zone across the border when it comes to like drugs, like marijuana, cocaine. Mostly known for their weed and stuff. You'll never know like where it's actually coming from. But they also started getting into cocaine and stuff like that, and drug or guns. But there was a big bust during was the 2009 or 2012, in between that area, where one of the leaders' sons got caught down in the States transporting marijuana from Mexico in the United States, which kind of started putting a light on that. And yeah, they're still going to this day. And what's funny is the dad, he totally fucked his son over. His son in jail. He has no backing. Like it. Think about this. Okay, when you go into jail, you have some factions that you're gonna be stuck into. Okay, right? You're gonna have the white supremacists, right? The blacks, and then the Hispanics. Putting his son in this situation and him just giving up on him, like, oh, he got caught. No, you're the one who told him to go get the fucking marijuana, and now he's just living free in Mexico. And you just totally left your son to. What is he supposed to do? You know, like to be a white supremacist, not going to happen. And we're talking about a Mennonite, very religious people. He's fucked. Like you literally sent him a death sentence. Like it's so fucked up. But look into the Mennonite Mafia, you guys. It's pretty fucking crazy, and it's still happening. They're just very good at what they do now. Like they've learned from their mistakes, and that's like any mafia right now. Like if I could tell you how many businesses are run by the Hells Angels, you'd probably be like, "Nah, I ain't fucking." If I could tell you how many businesses are run by the like mafia, Hells Angels, either or, you'd probably be like, "Nah, you're crazy." Well, yeah, it's happening. Like, look, how about everything garbage disposal based? That's mafia. That's mafia. Highway construction, mafia. You want me to start listing some names? Miller is a big name, and that's the Irish mob. But you don't hear about the Irish mob here in Canada. Miller. You see the brown trucks, you know, the light brown, the tan brown, and the dark brown. Miller, that's the Irish mob here. These are all companies to launder money. And they always start these giant big companies and they get government funding to be able to do this. And not only that, they bring in Irish immigrants as well and they get kickbacks for that. Miller. Like this, that's not bullshit. It's fucking real shit. Like if I told this to anybody else, they'd be like, "What? I don't know. I don't fucking know." That's like fucking right there. Like fuck. Like you guys, nobody looks into any of this shit. It's so funny. That's one thing I miss though about not hanging around with my dad is because I always got a lot of inside information. Uh, but a lot of his inside information. You know what? Literally, I could tell my dad, like, if a business closed down, literally the day that business closes, I could be like, go up to my dad and be like, hey, what's going in there? And he would have an answer. It's like, holy fuck. And then even the people who are like moving in don't even know they're moving into that building yet. Like, that's one thing I miss. Fuck. I don't know. Can you guys hear the semis go by? Oh, there's a Harley too. Oh, is he just pulling in? My ass hurts. I need to find a better cushion or double this one up. And there's no chickadees. They only show up in the morning. They're probably the first birds that pop up in the morning. Those chickadees. I haven't seen any blue jays yet, which is weird. And blue jays are getting pretty scarce. The baseball team, though, is doing pretty good. A couple of their pitchers are out for injuries. They're supposed to be back here soon, though. But yeah, Blue Jays doing pretty good. Even that new guy they brought into the Blue Jays, he got a fucking home run the other day. No, inside the park, base run inside the park. Well, anyways, it was a point. Yeah, it wasn't a home run. It was inside the park. His first run in his MLB major league debut. It's pretty cool. They saved the bat and the ball for him. Oh yeah, it was a fucking home run. Yeah, they saved the bat and the ball for him. That day. I think I'm gonna go play some video games. I'm gonna call up B here and maybe play some of that what's it called? Lethal Company. And Tolga, if you can, man. I'm not if you can get fucking Lethal Company, please. Please, dude. I know it looks fucked up. It's worth it. Trust me. I like this game. And it's better than Repo. Repo is like so limited. This is much better. This is so much better. Lethal Company, man. And it's fucking scary. It like holy fuck. I hate smoking weed and then playing this game. I can't do it with B anymore. If I smoke weed before I play, yeah. But yeah, my hair stands on it. But yeah, I'm gonna take off here. I'm gonna call up B and go play some Lethal Company. Oh, but I also schedule one, but don't bother with schedule one. Yeah, let me know what it costs too on your end with your VPN. Yeah, me and B were talking about that the other day. It's like, hey, it could be free for you right now. Yeah, it could be free with your VPN. Oh, I think B did it. Yeah, he switches VPN and tried it, and I don't think it was different. Yeah, it was the same price, I think. But it's a good game. Trust me. I wouldn't be. And I'm not a gamer. I fucking hate gaming, to tell you the truth. Holy fuck, the only cigarette I haven't finished. Might as well fucking finish this drink before it goes in. Hey, fuck, while I'm here. Come on. And then. Sorry. I'm just gonna do this so I can fucking have access to this later. There we go. Yeah. Cool. So now I have access to that later. Yeah, don't underestimate StreamYard. And yeah, they've made a lot of changes. Like, fuck, I haven't used StreamYard in months. And yeah, quite a bit of changes here, man. I'm actually kind of liking what they're doing. They must be listening to their people, like some of the flack they're getting. But I don't know, it seems to be doing really good right now. But yeah, I'm gonna jet. Peace out. Love you, Tolga. And yeah. Yeah, I'll be on Steam here in a bit. Just I'm just gonna chill out for a bit and de-vibe from here. I think I vented enough. Okay, just want to make sure everything's good. Okay, I'm out of here. Stupid coffee table.